Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Greetings, everybody, and welcome on into another edition of Sixers Play-by-Play here on Play-by-Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. If you are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. We're feeling a lot better today. Thank you all so much for those of you that did reach out to me asking how I was feeling. Last stream, I just, as we were in the middle of the stream, just was not feeling well, so I had to turn off my camera, just constantly blowing my nose left and right, and I just didn't want to display that on the screen, and I just wanted to get through the game. We got through it, and it ended up being a stream, and I'm really happy that we did that. But back to business. Okay, the Philadelphia 76ers are taking on the Indiana Pacers tonight. What we didn't do was Sunday's game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Philadelphia 76ers were shooting the lights out against the T-Wolves. And Tyrese Maxey outdueled Anthony Edwards, and the Sixers played like a very cohesive team. I thought that the shot making was really good. Quentin Grimes had himself a very big game. And the Sixers were able to finally snap that losing streak. So that was nice to see. Don't know how they are going to do tonight. The big news coming on into this game is that Joel Embiid is playing in his first game since February 7th. Which is also big news as well. I got a little bit concerned earlier today, seeing that he was listed as questionable. And if he didn't play tonight, I really would have raised a lot of questions as to when he was going to return, and it really would have put up my antennas. But that is not the case for tonight. Joel Embiid is in the starting lineup. Just wanted to mention that once again against the Indiana Pacers. Let's talk a little bit more about the Pacers. So the Pacers this year are 15-43. They are on a 3-game losing streak. They've lost 2 in a row to the Washington Wizards, and then in their last game that they played against the Dallas Mavericks, they just got outscored 134 to 130. They shot the ball really well, and actually they made a little bit of a comeback at the end, but they were just not able to get the job done. So tonight, the Philadelphia 76ers just need to play their game of basketball. This is a Pacers team that the Sixers really should beat, with no Pascal Siakam, no, of course, Tyrese Halliburton. Andrew Nembhard is going to be in the starting lineup, but there's no Aaron Nesmith. They're dealing with a lot of injuries that they are dealing with. And also, another guy that's out for them is Ivica Zubac, who they just traded for at the deadline. So he's not playing either. So you're missing 3 starters, really, and then 4 plus if you want to include Tyrese Halliburton. So, yeah, it's just Andrew Nembhard, Jarris Walker, and the rest of the team. So you need to go out there and pound these guys. There's no doubt about it. You need to take care of the basketball. You need to try to find ways to just not turn the ball over as much and just play like a cohesive unit. I know that I've probably said that a couple of times on this stream already, but how many times over like these last 5 games, regardless of the last game, I'm just talking about the games before that, did we see the 76ers just play a lot of isolation basketball and not try to set people up for good open shots? I just felt like that's sort of been the identity of this team ever since Paul George has gone down with his injury. And the Sixers, yeah, there have been storylines about no Jared McCain being their hype guy and that sort of stuff, but the bottom line is that they're just not playing as a team. And I'm hoping tonight that with Joel Embiid back, that sort of helps them in a sense. I know that Joel Embiid coming back does help from an individual and from a talent standpoint, but maybe guys can sort of go back to their roles and not have to think about doing as much. Maybe we see more of Dominic Barlow as a rebounder. I think that part of the problem still has to do with fatigue. Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe have been playing a lot of minutes this year, and so I do feel like that tiredness and legs running up and down the court is part of the issue, but there needs to be more focus on the defensive side of the basketball, and the offense just needs to try to get things going. I want to see how Andre Drummond is going to be utilized in tonight's game. I just think that when it comes to Nick Nurse's lineups, I have not necessarily been a big fan of how he has done and how he has utilized his lineups this year. Maybe he'll try to dial something up tonight. That sounds blindly optimistic in a sense, but who knows? I can't rule anything out. I really can't. But what I do know is that this Indiana Pacers team is third to last in points per game. They're averaging 111.5 points per game. The Sixers are putting up 116 points per game. The Sixers have a much better field goal percentage than they do. And they also, I know that Indiana does tend to take a lot of threes. That's just a part of Rick Carlisle's offense and his schematics. But the Sixers should definitely do a better job at shooting the three against them in this game. The Sixers this year from three-point range just shooting at 36%, which is a little bit under the league average. They're sort of like in the middle of the pack when it comes to three-point shooting percentage. They don't take a lot of high-volume amount of threes, but this Indiana Pacers team, their three-point percentage is even lower than the Philadelphia 76ers. They're shooting just at 35%. So Sixers need to just capitalize. My keys for tonight's game are to just guard the perimeter, don't let anybody get hot, and also play with a pace, play with a tempo, play with some sort of identity tonight, and go out there and destroy them in the first quarter. Those are my keys for tonight's game. Let me know what you guys think down below. Who do you think is going to win this game? Who would you say is going to be the MVP of this game? And also let me know what your final score predictions are down below. So as far as standouts go tonight, besides Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid and VJ Edgecombe, I think that one of the difference makers of tonight's game for the 76ers is going to be Adem Bona. I just have a feeling that he's going to get a couple of critical blocks down the stretch, and he's going to be giving you that little bit of a juice off the bench, and that's something that I've wanted, and I think that we've all been sort of looking for from Adem Bona, being that sort of energy spark and not getting into a lot of foul trouble. So that's really what I'm looking for in tonight's game. As far as my final score predictions go for tonight's game, I'm going to say that the 76ers should win, and I believe that they will. I'm going to go 120. I think that's a little bit high. I'm going to go 115 to 100, Philadelphia. That is my final score prediction for tonight's game. I would like to see from Joel Embiid tonight just a night where he just clocks in and clocks out. I know that he hasn't played basketball in a couple of weeks, so just seeing him run up and down, I think would be a step in the right direction. I know I asked this a lot of times, but if they could just find a way to just rest Tyrese Maxey, rest VJ Edgecombe, and Joel Embiid in the fourth quarter and have them not play at all, that's a big win for the 76ers tonight, and I will certainly take that because this team really does rely on all three of those guys, and they just don't have as much depth. And it sucks to say that, but heading on into the season, and really just during the first 5, 6, 7 games, we were talking about how much depth this team has. Unfortunately, part of the problem is that they traded away Jared McCain. and they didn't get anybody else in return for Jared. But the other thing, too, is that these guys that Nick Nurse is utilizing are just playing so many minutes. And unfortunately, when we saw Quentin Grimes putting up 6 Man of the Year types of numbers, he's just been very ice cold. And when he's not utilized in spots and when he doesn't have to be relied upon as a guy who is a number 1, number 2 scoring option type of a guy, well, then he thrives in that type of a role. And that's just the truth when it comes to Quentin. So, but yes, my difference maker for tonight's game is going to be a Dembona. I think that he will have a couple of standout plays, and that is who I'm going to go with. And my final score prediction again for the 76ers is 115-100 Philadelphia. Let me know again what your final score predictions are down below. I'm going to get to the chat real quick before we even get on into the game itself. Bear with me as the screen probably changes just a little bit. I do have window captures on. This is the second time that we're trying this, so I'm really hoping that there's not a lot of delays from the game cast that we have. Snowman's area says 114-112. Pacers get themselves the W. Okay. And who's your standout player for tonight? All right, so for the starting lineups for tonight's game, the Pacers have Andrew Nembhard as the point guard, Cam Jones as the shooting guard, and it's Ben Shepherd at the small forward. At the power forward position, it'll be Jarris Walker, and then Jay Huff is playing at the center position tonight for the Indiana Pacers. For the Philadelphia 76ers, they got their regular starting lineup with Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre Jr., Dominic Barlow, and, of course, number 21 is back at the center position tonight, and that is Joel Hans Embiid. So there he is over at the Pacers logo at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indiana. So the Pacers are 15-43. Sixers playing in game number 57 of the season, number 58 actually. They have a 31-26 record. All right, so Sixers are in their blue and white uniforms with Philip painted across the chest and the jersey numbers right below that. And so the Pacers, they are in their white, dark blue, and yellow uniforms with Indiana centered around the middle part of the chest in cursive, and the letters down below as well. Embiid tipping things off with Jay Huff, and here we go. Embiid underway. Sixers get the ball. Embiid drives it right to the cup, and the Sixers already take a 2-0 lead. So a good start for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid making a statement already out of the gates. Here's a catch-and-shoot three. That's up, and that's good to make it 3-2. Sixers give up a corner three, and that's to Jones out in the corner. That's Cam Jones for the Indiana Pacers. We'll fix the scoreboard in just a couple of seconds. Maxey on a drive to the basket. Puts it up, puts it on in with the right-handed scoop. And the Sixers up 4-3 as we ride the seesaw. Like to see Tyrese Maxey trying to attack. Maxey nearly came away with a steal, just trying to reach into the hands of an Indiana Pacer. Unfortunately, though, the Sixers do give up another couple of points, and now it's a 5-4 game. So Indiana does have the lead so far, and they lead it by 1. Embiid at the top of the perimeter, wanting to take on Jay Huff. Mid-range Jay is way too strong, and the Pacers do come away with the rebound. So 5-4 Indiana. We talked about how the Pacers this year are just shooting 36% from deep. 35%, excuse me. We do have a foul called, and that's going to be against the 76ers. And with that, we're going to get our scoreboards adjusted right now. Okay, so there we go. Let's get our preview or our game cast that is up and ready. Here it is. All right, 10.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. On a drive is Walker. The left-handed layup is just a little bit off the mark, and the Sixers have a chance to try to get the lead back here. We'll see if they do. Maxey looking to scoop and score. Tough finish for him. Tried to use a soft touch. It did not work as Shepherd was on him, guarding him all the way towards the cup. Huff again, passing it towards the outside. Another catch and shoot three is up, and it's good by Jones. That's his second three that he's made from that left corner, and so he's 2 for 2 from that corner, making both threes for the Pacers, and 6 of their 8 points to start off the first frame. Gotta watch out for him as a shooter. Here's Maxey again. Tough layup inside. No. Barlow tips it, but it goes into the breadbasket of Jay Huff. And the Pacers have numbers on the other side. Sixers got to get back on defense. Another three-point shot. That's Jarris Walker. He's human. That was on the left wing. And Joel Embiid will catch his miss. He'll take it towards the mid-range game. And then he kicks it out to VJ Edgecombe for a wide-open three. It's good! And Edgecombe knocks it down from the left wing and shows the Pacers how it's done. We've played just a little bit under 3 minutes. Huff getting Embiid on a little pump fake as he takes it right towards the cup and is able to finish over VJ Edgecombe. And Edgecombe is hobbling just a little bit over in pain. I think he took an elbow right over towards the mid area. I don't know. But he was hobbling in a little bit of pain, but he gets back up. And Embiid gets the ball on the other side, and he is fouled in the act of shooting. So that means that Joel is going to go to the line and shoot a pair of foul shots. All right, so let's fix our scoreboard right now as we get things updated over here. Okay, so this should be good right now. And then, of course, we got to update the other side. I don't know why it does this. I thought that it would have it set beforehand, but I guess not. Foul shot number 1 is no good by Joel, so it is a 10-8 game. Asia's here. What's up, Asia? And then I saw Mark is here, too. Hey, JJ, how many inches of snow did you get? I got 14. We got about 20 inches. About 20, I would say. So it was a lot of snow. Definitely a lot of shoveling yesterday. Embiid with the second free throw. It's good. All right, we'll fix the other scoreboard in just a couple of seconds. Nembhard swings it over towards the left side of the wing for the Indiana Pacers. And on the drive over to the cup is Ben Shepherd, and the ball is tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Dominic Barlow, and that'll stop the clock at 8:40 here in the first quarter. Let us know where you guys are tuning on in down below and what got you guys into basketball, why you're following this game. And if you're a Pacers fan, would love to hear more about how your fandom started. Nembhard looking to inbound it over to Walker on that left corner and gives it back over to Shepherd on that left wing. So Shepherd nearly lost it. It almost went out of bounds, but he gets it back, gives it over to Walker, and here's a wide open three. That one won't go. Shepherd gets the rebound. He's rewarded for a three and cashes in on the other side. And the Indiana Pacers shooting the lights out from that left corner so far in this game. It's a 13-9 lead for the Pacers. And the Sixers have just got to do a better job guarding that side of the court. Here's a little runner, a line drive runner by Oubre with the offhand, and he got it up and in. A line drive shot by Oubre off the little teardrop to make it 13-11. Indiana still up by 2. The Pacers miss a shot on the other side, and the Sixers have momentum here. The pass was supposed to go from Maxey to Embiid, but it was intercepted by Ben Shepherd. A 2-on-1 for Indiana, and Shepherd again capitalizes. Great defense leading the easy offense for the Indiana Pacers. It's now 15-11, Indiana in the driver's seat. Here's Embiid again on the foul line extended. Looks for Oubre off the double team. Oubre is able to make the defense pay as he knocks down a three straight on. This is what happens when Joel Embiid is able to get out of those double teams. He's very good at facilitating the basketball. Here we go. Another nice contest by Embiid, being a nice rim protector there on that left side of the dunker spot. And now Maxey out in transition, wants to put up a three. That one goes in and out. Shepherd gets the rebound, and a long pass that's intercepted by VJ Edgecombe. Outlet pass over to Maxey, a bouncer to Embiid, a cutting Dominic Barlow towards the rim. Left hand, no. Right hand, yes! And a foul as well. All righty. 6:49 left to go here in this first quarter. Dominic Barlow fighting through a lot of adversity, and a timeout taken here in the first quarter. Did they actually count the shot? I think that they waved it off and said that he was fouled the very first time. So timeout taken by Indiana. Yes, it was. It was a shooting foul off the first attempt by Dominic Barlow. Cam Jones actually fouled him. So we have a timeout taken, and with that, let's get the scoreboard up and reset right now. So let's do that. Is this going to work? Yeah, that one is correct. Okay. All right, let's put this over here. Thought that this would be set up a little bit nicer, but I guess not. Next time we do this, I have to double check and make sure that this is good. And I guess it has to be, I might have to talk to Max about this, Max Coverage TV. See how he does it. Okay. There we go. That's better. JJ, how about the USA men's and women's in the Olympics? Yeah, I hear you. That was awesome. It was a lot of fun to watch that. I got to watch the highlights of the gold medal game. That was a lot of fun. That was cool. But yeah, good stuff. Hello, chat. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. If you guys are just new to the channel, let me know where you guys are tuning on in from. Got a little bit of a quiet chat tonight. I always love it when people are active, when people are talking. It's always a very, very nice thing. But yes, I love it when people are talking. I wanna get your thoughts about something, chat. I really do. So for those of you that actually did watch the NBA All-Star Game, did you guys enjoy it? I really would like to know what your thoughts were about the All-Star Game itself. Because to me, this was the most competitive All-Star Game that I've seen probably since 2010. Or something along those lines. It's been a very long time where I saw teams competing and playing high defense on both sides, and the offense looked really good too. But I don't know. It felt like there was a lot of competition to it. It felt like that the stakes were high. In the very last game, I know that it was more so of a blowout. But I still thought that the competition was pretty good. But I really would like to hear your thoughts about how you thought that the All-Star Game was this year and what the NBA could do a better job at in regards to the All-Star Game weekend and the All-Star Game itself. All right, so the Philadelphia 76ers again tonight. They got Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe. Joel Embiid is also playing for the 76ers. Then you got Dominic Barlow and Kelly Oubre Jr. Barlow's at the line to shoot 2 free throws. The first one does go in and out. Went halfway in and then just went out the drain at the last second. Neil says it was okay. What do you think could have gone better, my friend? 15-14, 6:49 left to go in the first quarter. Sixers can tie it up here, and Dominic Barlow has a donut at the free throw line. He's 0 for 2. All right, so the Pacers get the rebound. That's not really what the Sixers wanted there. Barlow should have at least made one of those. And so the Pacers have it on the other side. Mathurin looking to pass it outside, and there's a three-point shot that's no good. Sorry, that's not Mathurin. That's the rebound is by Jarris Walker, and another three-point shot off the second try is no good either. That was Micah Potter who took the shot, or Kobe Brown actually took the first 2 attempts, and then it was Potter who tried to get the rebound. Edgecombe just airballed a shot, and that's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be Pacers basketball. 6 minutes and 15 seconds left in this first frame. Sixers are down by 1. They're not necessarily shooting the ball well in this game so far. Nembhard wants to ISO. He takes a three-pointer at the top of the key and cashes it right on in to the bank. And so that is the 4-3 that the Pacers have knocked down in this game. Maxey on a dribble drive over to the basket, now looking to posterize his defender, and the ball gets swatted out of his hands. And that was by Jackson. And so the clock will stop with 5:50 left to go. Quentin Jackson, number 29 for the Indiana Pacers, is in the ball game. And so Maxey actually is going to head to the line. They will call it a foul in the act of shooting. I didn't necessarily see his arms go up in the air, but referee saw something different. And foul shot number 1 by Tyrese, who's shooting over 80% from the line. It's good. Maxey did have 39 points against the Timberwolves and ended up taking a total of 28 field goals. Made 16 of those, including 4 from downtown. 4 for 7 he was, shooting-wise, from three-point range. So it's now 18-16 as Maxey hits both foul shots.
Excellent.
Here's Maxey with a steal. He steps into the three-point line, takes a three, and the Sixers get the lead back. Wide pass there by Walker, and Maxey just able to speed past everybody, and the Sixers get the lead that they needed. 19-18, Sixers up by 1. It's 5 seconds left in the shot clock here. Sixers can't close out. They leave a man wide open, and that's Micah Potter, who's only a 34% three-point shooter, and he still is able to make it wide open. Embiid on the drive to the basket, left-handed layup off the Euro step. It's good. And number 21 ties it at 21 apiece with 4:53 to go in the first quarter. Here's Walker on the dribble drive to the basket. He lays it up. He lays it in. No defense provided by Philadelphia. Edgecombe dribbles with the left hand. Now he's at the foul line. Looks to give it back to Maxey. And now Embiid at the top of the key. Maxey will cut to the basket. He was looking to posterize his defender, and a foul was called. He was flying right on in the air. And number 11, that's Micah Potter, just had some other words to say about that and got a little piece of the rock as well. Sixers have a lot of physicality over these last couple of minutes, and they're playing with a little bit more energy, which is great to see. Asia here in the chat. What's up, Asia? Neil Cooper says, well, it looked like fourth quarter that they started playing harder, but Wemby played hard the whole entire game. And that's true when we talk about that All-Star game. I agree with that. Sixers turn it over. Bad turnover there. That was by Jabari Walker, who just came on into the game, and the Pacers able to capitalize. And, well, that's Micah Potter again getting his 6th and 7th points of the game, making it 25-21. Oubre over to Embiid, wide open in the dunker spot, and it just too easy for Joel Embiid. And now it's back to a 2-point deficit. Sixers down 25-23. 4:06 left to go in the first quarter, and we have a foul in the act of shooting by Kelly Oubre Jr., and more free throws coming up for Indiana. Or did they just wave it up? Yes, they did. Kobe Brown just made the layup. They counted it, and will head to the line for one more. I didn't think that they were going to count it at first, but they did. It's 27-23 with 4:06 left to play. Max is here. What's up, Max? How you doing, my friend? I was just talking about you a little bit before. I got to reach out to you after this game. Everything's totally okay. Everything's totally fine. I just had a quick question for you. Actually had to deal with, this guy. I don't know if you see what I'm moving, if you are still here. But, guys, make sure that you go subscribe to Max Coverage TV. Now I'm just fiddling around with this thing. But Max does an awesome job covering Houston Rockets games. He covers the Yankees as well. He's a Packers fan, and he does a lot of content. This guy shows up every single day, and he is so good at what he does, and I really encourage you to go check him out. The and one is good by Indiana, and that'll make it a 28-23 game. 5-point deficit for Philadelphia. Grimes will step in for the Sixers. Maxey gets the dribble handoff, looks to go up inside with a shot, and he lost the basketball. Micah Potter played good defense, but Maxey mishandled the rock, and the Pacers have it again as they get the inbound pass. It's TJ McConnell, former 76er, trying to take a shot from the second hash mark in the lane, and it was a little bit short. Maxey looks to pass it to Grimes. It's stolen by TJ McConnell. That's what he did a lot as a 76er, and he goes coast to coast, making the layup. And so the Pacers on a little bit of a outburst here on a 9-2 run, and Nick Nurse wants to regroup his team, and the Sixers will take a timeout. JJ, the Raptors take the ice in 10 minutes. The Raptors? You mean the Leafs? The Leafs, the Raptors. The Raptors take the ice. Oh, wait, are the Raptors actually playing tonight? By the way, Dallas, I feel for you. And I probably shouldn't bring this up, and I guess I apologize now, but just wanted to ask you how you're feeling. I know that Sunday was probably a very, very tough day for you. This weekend was a tough weekend. So, but I'm here. I'm here for you, and you know, we had a lot of great hockey this weekend. That's for sure. Thank you. It was a tough couple of games. Yep, I was thinking about you. I was definitely thinking about you. I'm sure that you were having your tea, just having your tea on that Sunday morning, getting up early and watching that. But that was an incredible game. If you are just tuning on in for the very first time, let us know where you guys are tuning on in from. I'd love to hear from you guys down below. Again, did Max leave? Max must have left. Darn it, I miss Max. I was just going to say hi to him. I don't think he heard us, but that's okay. It is what it is. Might stop on by over there tonight just to go say hi to him. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Sixers are getting outscored on this little run by the Indiana Pacers, and part of the problem is that the Sixers have been playing more of a they've been playing more of a zone and not necessarily as much man-to-man defense, it seems. And so that's why you're seeing a lot of open shots that the Pacers are taking, and you're hearing about that too on this cast. Once again, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Mods, if you could do me a favor and drop the social media links down below, the link tree that is, I would really appreciate that. Guys, make sure that you go follow us on all our social media platforms. We also do have a new P.O. box, which is really cool. You guys should definitely send us some fan mail. Stop by there the first time today. That was really cool. We've had it for a little bit less than a week. It's actually really cool just be able to say that. So I'm very happy about that. Our P.O. Box is Play-by-Play with JJ, P.O. Box 6, Gibbsboro, New Jersey, 08026. And once again, I forgot to post that as a chat timer. But I will write it down. Don't you worry. 30-23, Pacers have a 7-point lead. Bona is in there for the first time today. Looks inside, outside to Quentin Grimes on the left wing for a tray, and he knocks it down. Grimes shooting over 50%, or a little bit under 50% over his last two games. There's another three-pointer, and the answer is provided by Indiana. That was Micah Potter again, straight on, knocking it down from three-point range. Sixers shooting 66% from three, which is great, but they're allowing Indiana to shoot 64% from downtown, which is definitely not so great, to say the least. Campaign back out there for the 76ers. Looks to try to take a reverse layup over Jarris Walker. It doesn't work that time. McConnell gets the rebound, and Walker is able to get it on the left side of the wing, but they'll reset it back to McConnell at the top of the key. McConnell being guarded by Payne. Spins past Campaign, tries to hit the layup, and we have a late whistle called on Campaign, and TJ McConnell gets fouled. And it will be a shooting foul. And that'll be the second time in the last couple of minutes that Indiana will shoot some free throws at the charity stripe. This is just great footwork by T.J. McConnell, providing some veteran flashy moves over Campaign. Payne thought that he was going to go over towards his right side, and instead McConnell fooled him on that little pivot move and went towards his left and was able to utilize that deceptive speed that he has, where he sort of picks up the tempo. So that was pretty cool. All right, 33-26, 2:23 left to go in this first quarter, and so T.J. McConnell gives the Pacers an 8-point lead. Sixers need to just get their offense going. They got Campaign, Quentin Grimes, Adem Bona, VJ Edgecombe, and Jabari Walker out there for Philadelphia. Grimes turns it over as he gave it up over to Adem Bona. It deflected off of his left knee, and it went straight on out of bounds. That certainly will not help the Philadelphia 76ers. There's Dallas doing the mod duties. Think I need more tea, JJ? Do you want a cup? I will most certainly take a cup. Give me a cup of tea. I would really appreciate that. Thanks for the offer. I'll always love that. Here we go, 34-26, 5 seconds left in the shot clock, and Indiana takes a very tough contested jump shot there, and the Sixers able to corral the miss and trying to end this madness. Grimes catches, puts up a three. That is way, way, way too strong. And the Pacers come up with it once again. Walker on the left side of the Gainbridge field outside. Swings it around, and it's intercepted by Quentin Grimes off the bad pass by Jay Huff. He takes it to the cup himself, and the right-handed finish is good by Quentin Grimes. The second time in this first quarter that the Sixers have been able to just sort of break that little zone, if you will, off of Indiana's offense. And Grimes just able to go down Broadway and dunk it himself. He says, I got it, I'll do it myself. 1:20 left to go here in quarter number one. It's a two-possession ball game. Pacers have the upper hand. Walker looking to slice and dice past Jabari Walker. And that is going to be another shooting foul by Jabari off of Jarris Walker. There's Rick Carlisle in his 9th season with Indiana. It is hard to believe that he has been with the Pacers for that long. Ever since the 2016-2017 season he has been here. 2017-2018, really. But it's also his 26th season as a head coach. Foul shot number 1 is up and good. There we go. I'll take that, T. That sounds really, really good. Don't mind if I do. Don't be fooled. This is not water, it's tea. The second free throw, it's up, and it's good. Sixers have been very foul savvy in this first quarter. They've given up a lot of fouls. Grimes, left-handed layup is up and good. That was really a right-handed layup on the right side of the baseline. Sixers cut the deficit back to a 6-point game. 55 seconds to go here in quarter number one. Sixers leave a man wide open for another three. Thankfully, that was airballed. Unfortunately, though, it's rebounded by Indiana, but stripped and stolen by Campaign. Edgecombe looking to attack on the other side. Left-handed layup, no. Almost called offensive basket interference off of a Bonus rebound, and he lost it. It went out of his hands, and McConnell able to take advantage again on the other side. That was a 3-on-2 Indiana advantage to give them a 38-30 lead. And the Pacers nearly intercept the basketball again. That would have been Grimes' third pass that he deflected. Grimes' third pass that would have been stolen, I would have said. But instead it goes on out of bounds. Must add the pancakes to the tea. Ooh, that sounds good. Well, what do we put on the pancakes? Do we go with maple syrup? Do we go with do we go with a regular syrup? How do we do it? 38-30. Antrim syrup. 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Payne ISO 3-pointer. He airballed it, and it was not even close. And Edgecombe tried to save it from going on out of bounds. Didn't work out, though. He was about a couple inches away from the ball. That'll stop the clock with exactly 14 seconds remaining here in quarter number one. Sixers already getting outscored by the Pacers. Not really surprised about that. They've given up a lot of threes, a lot of wide open shots, and guys have been able to capitalize, including guys like Brown, McConnell, and even Walker. And the Pacers are able to build themselves an 8-point lead. So here's the inbound pass, and the shot clock's on blood. The ball is going to go all the way around the timeline, and they'll find Jones for a wide-open tray and can't even hit it at the buzzer. So it's a 38-30 advantage by the Indiana Pacers, who just shoot the lights out in this first quarter against the Philadelphia 76ers. Both teams shooting the ball well from three, but Indiana has just been shooting the ball way better. All right, so let's step aside. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. In just a few moments, we'll be right back. tough first quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers defense as they just continue to miss Paul George. There is no coincidence about that. They need them back, man. They really do, but they still got about a month until he returns from that suspension that he was issued not too long ago. Sixers in this game have put up 30 points in this one so far. Tyrese Maxey this year is 5th in the NBA in points per game. He's now 0.2 of a point per game behind Jaylen Brown. And he's averaging 29.2, Jaylen Brown. Maxey averaging 29. And then in front of Jaylen Brown, it's Anthony Edwards. And then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And then, of course, number 1 being Luka Doncic. So Sixers, again, just giving up a lot of points from three-point range. The Pacers outscored Philadelphia 6 for 11 from 3. And the Sixers were 4 for 9 from downtown, which is pretty good, but you just can't give up that many open shots. Jay Huff puts up a 3 on the other side for the Indiana Pacers to try to start off the second quarter, and he can't hit that one. Grimes looking to answer for the 76ers. That one was short. Edgecombe got the rebound in the dunker spot. He tried to just dunk it inside, and he's going to go to the line for 2 foul shots. So VJ Edgecombe so far in this game has been a little bit quiet. He does have 3 points in 10 minutes. Really interested to see how many minutes he gets here in the second quarter. He's a guy who's averaging 15 points per game, and he's definitely leading rookies in that or one of the leaders amongst rookies in that category. 38-31. Edgecombe knocks down the first foul shot. This month, he's shooting 95% from the line. And he makes free throw number 2.
Excellent.
Sixers trail by 6 points. Bona looking to steal it from TJ McConnell. Sticks his hand in the cookie jar and finds Edgecombe going towards the bucket and dunking it on home, flying in the air and making it back to a 4-point game. Shepard swings it around the timeline for the Indiana Pacers, and the ball finds TJ McConnell, who takes a baseline J over a Dembona. In and out it goes. Barlow fights for the rebound, takes a trip to the deck, and ends up giving it back to VJ Edgecombe. Edgecombe to Maxey, who flies down the lane towards the baseline. Layup is no good. However, he is fouled. And the foul is going to be on Ben Shepard once again. Sixers have been coming in with a lot of physicality in this second quarter so far, so you like to see them just pushing through adversity and just not being afraid to attack and go over towards the rim. Lawrence is here. What's up, Lawrence? I appreciate you for stopping on by. Always love to hear what your Sixers takes are, for sure. Foul shot number 1 by TJ McConnell not TJ McConnell. What are we doing? What are we talking about? Tyrese Maxey's at the line. What are you smoking, JJ? Foul shot number 1 is good by Tyrese Maxey. 30-35. And the second free throw by Tyrese. It's nothing but nets.
Excellent.
I figured, you know what? Like, every single game, we just get tongue-tied for whatever reason. We just have a bad call, and that's the one thing I wanted to just try to get better at. We do have a foul called on Dominic Barlow, and that was after the ball was inbounded. Looked like that he got a piece of Ben Shepard down the lane. 16 more subscribers for us to get to 8,300. And again, let us know what you guys think about this game down below. Huff looking to get past everybody and dunk it on home. It was way too strong of a finish. Edgecombe takes it towards the other side for Philadelphia. And a Euro step is up. It's no good as the layup just went out at the last second. And there was a foul. Or actually, the ball was touched last by Indiana. It was TJ McConnell who got a hand on it. And it went out of bounds over towards the baseline. I think that they're actually going to say that TJ McConnell, they're going to call TJ for a goaltending because he went above the rim trying to get the ball, and they will reward it 2 points for Philadelphia. Now, some of the referees are gathering together, And Rick Carlisle looks a little confused about that. Quentin Jackson also just got issued with a technical foul. They also called a foul, a shooting foul on TJ McConnell. So that means Maxey's going to go to the line for one free throw to give the Sixers the lead, and that one is good. And then VJ Edgecombe is going to go to the line for the and one opportunity to give the Sixers, or at least attempt to give the Sixers, a 2-point lead. The Sixers have outscored the Indiana Pacers 9-0 so far in this second quarter. Good statement made by Philadelphia, and that's how you want to respond after getting blown out in the first. And so, towards the end of the quarter, I should say. Here's the foul shot. It's a 10-0 start to the second quarter for Philadelphia.
Excellent.
40-38, Walker, step back, 2-point shot. No, the ball gets tipped and it goes back into Walker's hands again. And here's a wide open 3-point shot. That's no good. That was by Kobe Brown. Maxey got the rebound. Maxey, ISO, 3-pointer. A 13-0 run by Philadelphia. 10 minutes and 18 seconds left in this second quarter. That is Tyrese Maxey able to hit the 3-pointer. And so that gives the Sixers a 5-point lead. And losing the ball as it goes on out of bounds, that'll be TJ McConnell. He dribbled it off of his left knee. And the Pacers want to reset here as the Sixers have a 5-point advantage out at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That was awesome. Good stuff by Philadelphia, just making a statement in this second quarter. And really, a lot of the shots that they've been able to knock down were just from miscommunication breakdowns, it seems, from Indiana. And the Sixers, though, they're hustling. They're definitely fighting through a lot of screens, it seems. And they're getting a little bit of a rhythm, which is definitely good to see. And that's something that is certainly a positive that you would like to take away from this. What's going on, chat? What else do we got? Queef on a burger for me, Unk. I don't know what that means. Beef on a burger? Pain is horrible. I read that. Sixers were looking sloppy. Hopefully they play smarter to win the games to see, David. Well, that comment just aged pretty well to start off the second quarter. We'll see if that can last. But that was pretty cool. Maxey had a big transition 3 that gave the Sixers a 13-0 run. Beautiful stuff. The Raptors are on. Raptors are playing the Thunder. It's 6-4 Toronto, says Dallas. Mod girl. Oh, by the way, my P.O. Box. I forgot to post that. JJ's P.O. Box. JJ's P.O. Box address is play-by-play, play-by-play with JJ P.O. Box 6 Gibbsboro, New Jersey 08026. There we go. Send us some mail. Send us some things. Be really cool. For some reason, this just blanked out. Don't know why. That's odd. Should I refresh this? Can I refresh it? No. Can't. There we go. That's better. And then I gotta scroll down. There we go. I think we got it. Good stuff. So yeah, that's our P.O. Box. If you guys want to send us fan mail, you most certainly can. We just set that up last week. And during the 5th inning of every Wednesday during baseball season, we will open up your gifts from the P.O. Box. And that'll be really, really awesome. 43-38. Sixers again on a 13-0 start to the second quarter. Maxey gets the inbound pass for Philadelphia. Wants to direct traffic as they move from left to right. Maxey gets a screen and a dribble handoff to VJ Edgecombe. More dribble handoffs come. Grimes has it, gives it back to Bona down the lane. And the reverse floater is up and in. And so that extends the run 15-0. And again, this is without Joel Embiid. Walker down the lane, floaters up, no good. Excellent defense by Edgecombe. He gets the rebound. A handoff to Maxey on the left wing at the three-point line. Now he wants to post up his defender, takes him right over towards the foul line, and now backs him down towards the second hash mark in the lane. Steps back, takes a two, and it's good again. It's now a 17-0 run for Philadelphia here in quarter number 2. The Pacers have been ice cold, and the Sixers have been absolutely scorching hot. Nembhard looking for some contact. Floater no good. Foul called on Barlow in the act of shooting. He leaned right on into Barlow's elbow. And so free throws coming up in just a couple of seconds, but the Pacers have still not made a field goal in this second quarter so far. The defense for Philadelphia, from Philadelphia, has been pretty good so far in this second quarter, but also the Pacers just making some sloppy plays as well. Foul shot number 1 will make it an 8-point deficit for Indiana. Nembhard, 4 points, 2 assists in this game so far, and make it 5 as his second free throw goes right down the drain. Nembhard averaging 17 points per game. Remember, he went to Gonzaga. He was a Bulldog, drafted back in 2022 by the Pacers. Maxey took a three-pointer. It's not going to count because there was an offensive foul called on Adem Bona. Bona was my standout player of the game. Had a nice little reverse spin move that he hit off of a sky hook, it looked like, just about a couple of minutes ago. Nembhard is trapped. He gets double teamed. They'll pass it back over to Walker, and his wide open tray is no good. Pacers are 0 for 5 from 3 in this second quarter so far. Edgecombe getting past everybody, knifing his way through the lane. And so the Philadelphia 76ers have absolutely exploded here in quarter number 2. Edgecombe just deflected a pass that was supposed to go to T.J. McConnell. It was a bounce pass right down the lane, and it went out of bounds towards the Pacers baseline. 8.5 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Shepard looking to get open off the inbound pass. Instead, the pass goes to Micah Potter, the center for Indiana. And Nembhard gets it back, takes a logo 3, and that was way off the mark. A 19-2 run by Philadelphia. Maxey in between the circles, takes it towards the left side, puts up a 3, just a hair short, and that was from the P of the Pacers. 8:05 left to go in quarter number 2. Nembhard, ISO, three-pointer, over Edgecombe, short again. Maxey rebound, outlet pass to Quentin Grimes. Sixers have a small guard lineup. Grimes fights through traffic, hits the layup, and he'll go to the line for one more. The Philadelphia 76ers playing with a burst of energy. And this is without Joel Embiid so far in quarter number 2. Very impressive stuff by Quentin Grimes. Off balance, gets high fives from Bona, makes it look so easy, and he will march his way back to the charity stripe. Ronald Duffy is here. What's up, Ronald? How you doing? Shout out to you. Thanks so much for stopping on by. Let us know where you guys are tuning on in from. 7:55 remaining in quarter number 2, and Grimes hitting the and one. It's good. There's Joel Embiid.
Excellent.
Embiid making his first appearance in this second quarter. Sixers have put up a total of 22 points. And so they now need 8 more points to tie their total for the first quarter. Nembhard, another open 3, and now they're 0 for 7 from downtown. Maxey corrals the miss, goes behind his back on the dribble, takes it towards the left side of the wing of the three-point line, now drives it inside. Tough scoop is good again. Golly, Tyrese Maxey now has 17 points in this first half. Nembhard will part the Red Sea, and he'll knock down the open layup, and that is the first field goal that the Pacers have hit in this second quarter. Edgecombe did just lose the ball. Huff got the steal, and a home run pass to Jarris Walker right down Broadway will make it back to a 10-point game. Honestly, if you're Nick Nurse here, I mean, you've only used one timeout. Why not use your second one after this little run here? I mean, it's not really a run, but these 4 straight points scored by Indiana don't want to give them any sort of life. Sixers will turn it over again. It was Kelly Oubre who picked up his pivot foot, looking to bounce it over to Quentin Grimes, and that's another Sixers turnover. That's actually the second one that they've had on back-to-back possessions. Oh, man. Here's a little step-back two-pointer by Indiana, and they're human. They cannot hit it again. Tyrese Maxey, 10 points in this quarter alone, 17 in this first half. The pick and roll to Joel Embiid. No foul call. Tough finish for number 21 as he hit the layup, and the lead goes up to a dozen. But it's cut back to 10 as Andrew Nembhard, that's Ben Shepherd, who hits the reverse layup inside, off balance, tough finish. Edge going to Embiid, wide open 3, bingo! Joel Hans Embiid is the one who knocks it down for Philadelphia and gives them a 13-point lead again. Nembhard to Huff, his 3-point shot. He can't provide the response. Maxey again doing a good job off the glass for Philadelphia in this second quarter. And another stoppage in play as a foul is called on Indiana again. The Sixers are also in the bonus. They have just put on an absolute clinic in this second quarter. 29 points, and they've only surrendered 8 in this second frame. Nembhard got called for the personal foul, which means that Tyrese Maxey will head to the line, and his first free throw will give him 18 points. 18, 6, and 3. That is 6 rebounds and 3 assists. And oh, by the way, he also does have a steal in this game as well. How about the Sixers bench? The defensive side of the ball has been very good for the Sixers bench. They provided 3 steals, and each of them coming from Bona, Payne, and Grimes. Embiid with 11 points in 10 minutes. And doesn't even look like that he has broken a sweat, says Paul Hudrick for Liberty Ballers. The second free throw by Tyrese Maxey.
Excellent.
It's a 61-46 game. The Pacers, who just shot the lights out in the first quarter, 7 for 11 they were from 3, are now finally 1 for 8 in this second quarter from downtown. They made a wide open tray. It was Jarris Walker again who was able to hit the 3-point shot. It's now 63-59. It was actually Ben Shepherd who hit it. And then Joel Embiid just made a nice little step back 2. Here's Shepherd again for a 3. Offensive rebound by Potter. Nobody could box him out. And he hits the layup. Open as open can be. Embiid again looking to take on Potter on the low block. Passes it out of the double team. Finds Trendon Watford cutting to the lane. And the left-handed finish is good. 65-51. Nembhard looking to pass it outside. Shepherd fires the trigger. And it's too short off the 3-point attempt. Embiid rebound. Here comes Quentin Grimes cherry picking on the other side. Incredible pass by Embiid. And more fouls by Indiana. Which means Grimes will have to earn his 2 points the hard way at the charity stripe. So the Sixers just playing with a lot of tempo. They have a lot of controlled speed in this game. In really the second quarter, outscoring the Pacers 36-13. And they've paced themselves pretty well in this second quarter, pun intended. Foul shot number 1 by Quentin Grimes. It's foul line left, and it'll still go down the drain. Boy, what a game it's been for Philadelphia. Maxey and Embiid have combined to score 32 of the 66 points for the 76ers. The second free throw by Grimes, and the basketball gods say no. And the Pacers have it again. It's TJ McConnell looking to facilitate and be the maestro for the Indiana Pacers. Remember, the Pacers are without Pascal Siakam. They're without they're without Tyrese Halliburton, and there's no Aaron Nesmith either. So the layup, it's a 13-point game now. 4:05 left remaining in this first half. Maxey, ISO again, and another three-point shot. And it hits the left side of the rim, off the left side of the wing. Walker, no defense on him, but instead he passes it over to Micah Potter, cuts right in front of him, and that'll make it an 11-point game with exactly 3:40 left to go in quarter number 2. Sixers are in the bonus. The Pacers have reached the foul limit. And Embiid gets the ball again over on the baseline, but they're going to signal charge. TJ McConnell was waiting for those 270 pounds to just absolutely knock him down to the ground. That's not easy. Really, it's tough. When all that weight is coming right to you, just to be able to take that to the chin. McConnell being guarded by Quentin Grimes. Grimes doing a good job on him. There's a bounce pass that goes to Potter, and they'll reset it back over to Jarris Walker at the top of the key. Walker's double-teamed. Potter gets the bounce pass in the second lane, or the second hash mark of the lane, and is able to hit the layup, and now it's a single-digit lead. The Pacers have outscored the Sixers over the last minute or so, but the Sixers do lead the quarter 38-19 as Embiid gives them the answer that they were looking for. It was a layup, and so back to a double-digit lead for Philadelphia. McConnell looking for somebody to step up, and Grimes guards him again on the perimeter. It's Potter, though, with the screen. McConnell nearly got his pocket picked, and it actually led to a wide-open three by Jones. He knocked it down. Just a bad bounce. The Sixers played great defense, but unfortunately, as the ball was just touched by Edgecombe, just could not get over to that ball to haul it on in, and that led to a wide-open three, and that'll make a timeout burned by Nick Nurse. And so the Sixers up by 8. We'll take a very, very quick step off. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Philadelphia 76ers making 13 field goals in this second quarter off of 16 attempts. And they were, to start off this quarter, they were just on a terrific run. It was like a 20-0 run that they provided against the Indiana Pacers, and they have outscored them 38-22 in quarter number 2. Jason Joseph here. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We are now 15 subscribers away from getting to that 8,300 marker. We are almost there, and appreciate it if you guys do hit the thumbs up button for us to support the channel. There's Tyrese Maxey, who gets the inbound pass for Philadelphia, dribbles it up court for the 76ers. Embiid looked to get fouled. He didn't get the call off the elbow J, and the Pacers have it again. Sixers are also out rebounding the Pacers 20-18. Hasn't really been much of a glass party, if you will, for either team. Both teams have, really the Sixers have made a good amount of shots. Pacers did that in the first quarter, not so much in the second quarter. An offensive rebound off of the misfired 2 by Indiana, and so Potter's the one who makes the Sixers pay. He hits the 2, and he'll also bump Joel Embiid and get fouled as well. And a three-point opportunity. Look at Jabari. That's Jarris Walker, who was able to just chase down that rebound. Nobody was at the foul line. It took about 2 bounces, and he just was able to come up with that loose change and a good hustle play to give Potter that basketball, and that could really swing the tempo back into Indiana's possession. Micah Potter has a career-high 17 points, as the free throw is good. That's 17 points in the first half by Micah Potter. He is 7 for 8 shooting-wise in this game, and has put up nearly half the points for Indiana in this second quarter. Sixers have gotten a little bit cold over the last couple of minutes shooting the ball from 3. That one was no good by Joel Embiid. Jones got the rebound. Here's Watford with a block on the other side. Jones looked to finish it, and Trendon Watford had other words. Watford over to Maxey. Maxey goes behind his back. What a dribble handoff it was to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down. Tyrese Maxey with eyes behind his head, able to just do an awesome job with the acrobatic dribble moves. Watford gets a steal on the other side. He picked the pocket of Walker. They tried to give it back to Embiid. He fumbled the ball for a second, and a fight for the ball on the ground, and it'll be a jump ball with 1:03 left to go. Joel Hans Embiid getting down low and just fighting for the basketball on the hardwood. 1:03 left. Sixers take a timeout, and that was a crucial play by Tyrese Maxey. Look at him, just going down the lane and just being able to zigzag past everybody. He had a right-handed behind-the-back bounce pass to himself off the dribble, and then was just able to provide some absolute wizardry on that pass to Joel Embiid. That was awesome. 13-point lead dropped. Yes. Thank you so much for being on here. I really appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Let us know where you guys are tuning on in from as well. How do you guys feel about this game? How do you feel about the 76ers tonight? Mitch is also here in the chat. Drop your link down below, my friend. Good to see you on here as well. Got a little bit of a quiet chat tonight. Obviously, would love to hear what you guys have to say about this game. And also just other stuff that you think about this 76ers team. Is it weird to say that with Joel Embiid that the Philadelphia 76ers can still go to the conference finals? Is it weird to say that? I'm not telling you that they are going to go, but is it weird to say that they still can go to the conference finals, or is that comment not such a wise comment from JJ? Let us know. 70-63, Philadelphia in the driver's seat right now with exactly a minute to go. Maxey gets the inbound pass. He looks to lob it over to Embiid, over on the low block, down on the baseline. Embiid gets double teamed, spins, turns, gets fouled, off balance in the act of shooting, and he'll be rewarded with 2 foul shots again. Micah Potter pushed him right to the ground as Joel Embiid tried to turn around and hit a jump shot from about 8 feet or so from the basket. He stands up, and he hunches on over at the foul line, and they'll get ready to shoot more free throws. Maxey leads the way with 19 points in this game. He is shooting 5 for 11 from the field. I think Rick Carlisle is going to challenge this. At least a timeout is called with 53.5 seconds to go. And there's the green light. So they will challenge to see if this is a shooting foul. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Did a lot of shoveling yesterday, guys. I did a lot of shoveling, and I'm a little bit sore today. My right arm's a little sore. My lower back is still a little bit sore. But it's feeling a lot better throughout the day. Went to bed last night sore, though, and then woke up, and it was just one of those days where you just feel so stiff, you know, and you, don't, want to get up, that type of a thing. Yeah. But Maxey and Embiid have combined to score 36 points for the Philadelphia 76ers. And I got to tell you, I know I might sound like I'm overreacting here. Don't get it twisted. But when healthy, Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid are a top 5 duo in the NBA. We'll see if the challenge is successful by Rick Carlisle. They just came back from break. I think that Rick Carlisle might have a case here, saying that the foul was on the floor. They just took the headsets off, and the 3 referees are gathering together to talk about the verdict here, and now one of them goes over to the mic. JC Fitz says only top 5? They're the best. I was trying to be, thank you, because I was trying to be humble. I was trying to, not go a little bit too far, but you know what? You made me do it. You made me go over the top. You were there, you pressed the button, and you were like, you know what, JJ? Say it with your chest. Yes, they are the best duo in the NBA. I was really trying. But I couldn't help it. JC Fit Pro, that was all because of you. All right, so what is the call here? The ruling on the field stands, which means that the Pacers lose their challenge. They're charged with a timeout, and Joel Hans Embiid will head to the foul line. I can't put anybody above them. I mean, look, Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic are very good. If you want to put them above Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, okay. When healthy, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, they're also a very good duo too. I hear you. But right now, I made me do it, man. I don't think that there is anybody that's better than Embiid and Maxey. First free throw by Joel. It's off to the left side. 54.4 seconds left to go in this second quarter. He does go 1 for 2 from the line, though, and gives the 76ers an 8-point advantage.
Excellent.
45 seconds left to go in quarter number 2. A catch-and-shoot trifecta for Indiana. That's off the mark. A little bit short. Edgecombe got the rebound and looks to give it up to Embiid again on the low block. Embiid looking for a jumper. Over his defender. Got it to go. That's what a 7'2" big man does over Micah Potter. He's like, you want to try to block me? You can't, because I'm just Joel Embiid. 20 seconds to go in quarter number 2, and about 8 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. Indiana has the ball. It's Shepard again, or Nemhard that is, on the drive to the basket. Euro step, left-handed layup. No. Good defense by Edgecombe. 7 seconds to go. Maxey at the logo. A bounce pass to Edgecombe. Edgecombe takes it towards the right side of the elbow. Steps back, takes it 2, and he gets it with 1.2 seconds to go. The ball gets deflected, and it's going to go on out of bounds. Last touch by Trendon Watford. There was 1.2 seconds left before Edgecombe hit that shot. And as the ball got inbounded into Andrew Nemhard's hands, about 0.7 of a second were taken off that game clock. And so Indiana, they actually will say that Watford fouled Nemhard, and that is going to result in 2 free throws. I don't know about that. Ooh. Did he make a little bit of contact with that left hand? It was a foul on Watford. The Pacers are in the bonus, and here is Andrew Nemhard at the charity stripe. His first free throw, it's a maker, and that cuts it back to an 11-point game. Chat, what's going on? Thunder 25, Raptors 32. What's going on? Foul shot number 2, that one won't go. Nemhard is at the line to shoot 3 free throws. He looked like he was going to attempt a 3/4 court shot, and that's why they're calling it that. And I don't really know if I agree with that, but the third free throw is up and good, and so we go into halftime. The Sixers lead it by 10 after trailing by 8 points at the very end of the first quarter. The 76ers put up a 45-burger in quarter number 2 and outscore the Pacers 45-27. They started the quarter on a 20-0 run and did an excellent job against Indiana. We'll break more stuff down. We'll talk more about how the first half went in just a little bit. But, of course, I do want to say hello to everybody in the chat that I did not get a chance to say hi to over the last couple of minutes. Chris is here. Chris, haven't seen you in forever. What is up, my man? Hello, Jason. Long time. Good to be back. It's great to see you, man. Where have you been? How have you been? What have you been up to? I just asked you 3 different things. I need all 3 responses in the next minute. Just kidding. I'm so happy to see you, though, man. I'm happy that you're here. Hope all is well. JJ, do you think that the 76ers are a playoff team right now? Well, I did propose the question of whether or not you still think that the 76ers can make it to the Eastern Conference Finals with Joel Embiid. Do I think that the Philadelphia 76ers are a playoff team right now? And you know what? This is a very good time to look at those NBA standings, because as we speak, the Philadelphia 76ers, technically, if the regular season ended right now, the 76ers would have the 6th seed. They are half a game above Orlando and Miami, so there's really not much there. They are also 3 games in back of the Raptors. So I would say right now that the Philadelphia 76ers are a play-in team. I just don't think that they could tread above water without Paul George. I'd love to be proven wrong. When I take a look at their schedule and I see their next 5 games after Indiana, okay, they play after they play the Pacers, they do play Miami. They play Boston, they play San Antonio, Utah, and Atlanta. And over those next 5 games, I would say that the 76ers go 2-3. 2-3 is what I think the 76ers will do. They might win against Miami. I don't think are going to beat Boston. It's going to be very tough for them to beat San Antonio. Utah, they could beat. Atlanta, they could beat. At best, they go 4-1. At the very, very best. If they go 4-1 in their next 5 games, that is a win. That is a step in the right direction. But I don't think that that is going to happen. So I would say, as of now, today is February 24th, that the Philadelphia 76ers are a play-in team. Tris is also here. Hey, play-by-play with JJ. Today, Sixers up by 7. Not quite like Kevin. Better than down by 11. Checking in from Sinner before presidential address, I guess. What's going on? How you doing? How are you? And by the way, thanks for your message over on the community post that I did a couple of days ago. Thank you all for wishing me well wishes. It was not fun being sick. It really wasn't, but we're happy to be back. Happy to be back on here, that's for sure. If Joel can somehow stay healthy, the 76ers will have a fighting chance to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think that is a fair statement. And, at this point, give me a fighting chance. I just want this 76ers team to go past the semis and to past the Eastern Conference semis and to the Eastern Conference Finals. I really would like them to win a chip, but gosh, I think just getting to the Eastern Conference semifinals would be a step technically in the right direction, but it would also leave a sour taste in my mouth as well. Look, okay. You want to talk about this game? First of all, PAS is also here. PAS, how you doing, man? Drop your link down below. I appreciate you very, very much. The Sixers are just not consistent enough to go to the conference. I'm sorry. He didn't say I'm sorry, but Mark, I can't blame you. I really can't. There's a lot of times where I'd also feel that way too, and look, they really just have not been consistent at all this year. And we can talk about the loss of Jared McCain. We can talk about what the Sixers didn't address at the deadline. We can talk about all those things. We can also address Joel Embiid's health. That's also another factor into this whole thing as well. And Paul George not being out or not being there because of the suspension, so you're not getting chemistry. Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe are being run on into the ground, so I do hear you. I mean, your points are valid, and if you guys feel that way, you have every right to feel that way. I'm now at the point where it sucks being like this, but I'm just praying. I'm just praying that they can do something, knowing in my heart of hearts that I do not trust this team. How many times have we been through this? Do we trust the head coach? Do we trust the guys to stay healthy? Do we have faith in the depth of this team? I hear you. Your points are valid. They really are. Rise and Rhinos also here. Speaking of valid, I definitely want to make sure that you guys that are content creators post your links down below, including Rising Rhino, because it's definitely valid for you guys to do that. It really is. And again, I appreciate each and every one of you for being on here. Yes. Okay. All right. And the third quarter woes too. Absolutely, JC Fit. Okay. So let's huddle together. Okay. Let's go over this first half here. So, look, they got off to a very cold start. Not the start that I wanted for the Philadelphia 76ers. They played very. They were just behind the ball again in that first quarter. Indiana went on a 9-2 run, and it just felt like that the sky was falling for the 76ers just to start off the game. You see them the Pacers are just hitting threes left and right. They're getting a lot of space. The Sixers are not closing out. And what do you know? They get off to a really bad start. The other thing that I thought was also very important to note in that first quarter is that they shot the ball very well from three, But Indiana's defense was just such a zombie out there, and it just looked like, just from the look of it, that the 76ers also got a lot of space, which is nice that they're able to capitalize and make those open shots. But when you're giving up, when a team is shooting 70% from three, and you're allowing them to shoot 80% of their three-point shots wide open, it's just not good. It really isn't. It's really just practice out there. Like, you're not putting hands in faces. You're too slow to get back to the players who have the ball. And you just also don't understand what differences you have to be making. I don't always think that this is a personnel issue. I think that, by personnel, I mean player issue. I think that sometimes you see the Sixers miscommunicating, and Maxey is looking at VJ Edgecombe off of a wide-open three-pointer, and they look at each other, and they're like, well, whose man is that? I do see plays like that, but a lot of the times it's on the head coach for him to just put you in the position to succeed and understand what type of defense is being run. That's where I give a lot of the blame to Nick Nurse. And in that first quarter, I thought that the 76ers defense was so stale. There were times where they even got a little bit sloppy with the basketball, and the Pacers just sort of outplayed them in their own game. And then the second quarter comes, and the irony is that the 76ers not only go on a 21-2 run, it was a 21-2 run to start things off. They were really off to a 19-0 start. I said 20-0. It was really 19-0. That was the start. And that whole time, the Sixers did not have Joel Embiid. If you were to tell me that the Philadelphia 76ers in this game, coming off of losing 4 out of their last 5 games without Joel Embiid, would go on a 21-2 run without Joel Embiid in the second quarter, I would have called you crazy. I would not have believed you. I would have just said, go get some help, because that just does not sound, it just doesn't sound right at all. But they did. And a big shout out in that second quarter to Quentin Grimes, VJ Edgecombe, and that bench unit, because they did an awesome job. I was very impressed with how cohesive they were as a team, and I was also pretty happy with how much they were able to take care of the basketball. Again, I'm not like putting on a standing ovation for them, because A, the game is not over, the job's not finished, and also C, this is the Indiana Pacers that we are talking about, who, by the way, are without Pascal Siakam, without Aaron Nesmith, and also Tyrese Halliburton as well. But Edgecombe had a couple of nice pull-up jump shots. I thought that he looked really confident out there, and it felt like the 76ers just took control of the game. You saw Quentin Grimes making a couple of ridiculous layups. And how about that pass by Tyrese Maxey? My man is going right down the lane. He's zigzagging right past Nembhard, and then he gets past Jarris Walker after he goes behind his back, dribbling with the right hand over to his left. And he just sort of broke his ankles, and then just dropped off a dime inside as the center stepped on up, Micah Potter, and that left Joel Embiid wide open. And to me, that was not bad defense. That was just way better offense by Tyrese Maxey and the Philadelphia 76ers right there. Sometimes you watch these defenses and you have to understand that because Tyrese Maxey is still one of the best ball handlers in all of basketball right now, sometimes you just got to tip your cap. There's moments like that where the defense does its job, and then Maxey just has a really good ball handling move that just fools everybody, and it's just tough to stop. So, but yes, I was very happy with how together they were, in that second quarter. And that was something that I thought was great about that. They put up 45 points. They put up 45 in that second quarter. And last but certainly not least, I do want to talk about Joel Embiid, because I feel like I haven't really talked about him in this game. The fact that this guy can just come out here, not even play basketball for 2 weeks and just do this. I, again, understand that the Pacers are third in offense, or third to last in offense when it comes to their rating. They also do give up a lot of shots in the post. I don't care. Joel Embiid is still putting up 20 points in a first half after missing 2 weeks and not even practicing. He just is such a gifted scorer. It's not even funny. He's not fully healthy at all, and yet he can still do this in his sleep. It's ridiculous. 20 points, and the impressive part about it is that he's 8 for 11 from the field. That, to me, is what is impressive. Oh, man. Rising Rider, thanks so much for being on here. But, yeah, what are your thoughts about that first half? Are you putting a lot of stock into this? Do you just say, it's Indiana, but I'm happy that the 76ers have the lead? Where's your mindset at right now? Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid have combined to score 39 points. They are 13 for 22 combined from the field. Maxey had a lot of rebounds in that second quarter. Also definitely had 6 assists in that first half, too. You see some nice contributions from VJ Edgecombe. Oubre also had 7 points and had a nice little spark in that first quarter during that one miniature run that the Sixers did have. And by miniature, I mean it was like a 6-2 run. That's how small it was. But where do you guys stand? How do you guys feel about that first half? I would say F in the first quarter, and I would say A- in the second. That's where I stand. All right. Snowman is here as well. Shantae also here. Hey, JJ, you feeling better? Yes, absolutely. 75-65. And so Andrew Nembhard's going to get the ball first for Indiana as we start off the second half. Nembhard just airballed a step-back three-pointer, and it'll be Philadelphia basketball. The lineup for the Sixers to start off quarter number 3 is Barlow, Embiid, Oubre, Maxey, and Edgecombe. That's the starting 5 for Philadelphia. Embiid back out there for the first time in 4 games. He missed 4 games in a row, and he just took a step-back 3 over Jay Huff, and he couldn't make it. He just hit it off the front side of the rim. Micah Potter, 17 points in the first half. That is a career high. Sixers do give up a lot of career highs, it does seem, when it comes to new players or players that have just been around for a while. Here's a three-pointer by Indiana. That's off the mark, and Indiana will reset. Good ball movement around the timeline. The ball finds Nembhard. Nembhard with the hezzy on the layup, and it gets blocked by Oubre. And 4.9 seconds left on the shot clock. Last touch by Kelly. So Barlow was faked on a pump fake, and Kelly Oubre stepped up in the dunker spot and was able to get a block. 10 minutes and 54 seconds left in this first half. We should be up by 22 points now, says Mark. I hear you. Huff is going to get the inbound pass, and it'll be handed off to Andrew Nembhard. The pass away to Jarris Walker. The hesitation and the mid-range J. In and out it goes on the left side of the elbow. Edgecombe corrals the miss and hands it off to Embiid. Embiid and Edgecombe have a little two-man game going. I'd like to see that try to unfold a little bit more. Edgecombe fights through traffic and provides a left-handed layup and gets high fives from Tyrese Maxey and Dominic Barlow as well. Excellent little soft touch there by VJ, just finessing his way over towards the lane and just getting it off of his fingertips. Oubre deflects the pass from Shepherd, and the Sixers get themselves a steal. Maxey, space, three-point shot. It's a little short. Gosh, he just got it off the front part of the rim, and it just trickled out towards that left side. 77-65. Sixers give up a three-pointer on an ISO by Andrew Nembhard, and that's good. Embiid, though, with a home run pass to Oubre as Indiana's defense gets caught sleeping, and Oubre took it from the near corner at the three-point line all the way towards the rack. And the Sixers up again by double figures. Nembhard on one leg at the baseline puts up a jumper, and that is good too. A line drive shot by Andrew Nembhard off of his left foot. And so it's back to a 9-point game. Embiid looking to find Maxey. Nice pass to Maxey down the lane. On the first try, no. On the second try, yes. So Maxey able to get his 21st point of the game. 9:01 remaining in the third quarter. Shepard, wide open tray, off the mark again. Oubre controls it for Philadelphia, and they are in no particular hurry at all whatsoever. Oubre will pass it to Barlow at the Toyota sign. The ball gets deflected. Last touch by Jarris Walker, and it goes out of bounds. 13 seconds will be left on the shot clock. Look at the little tough adversity that Maxey had to go through. That was an incredible pass by Embiid. It actually went off of, the pass itself went off of the left hand of Jones, and then it still found Tyrese Maxey in the dunker spot. And then a defender had to step up on Maxey, and he did, but Maxey was still able to box out and get himself a nice little putback. 81-70, Joel Embiid turns it over, bad pass by him, and here's a high arcing layup by Andrew Nembhard off the tip shot, and that's good. 81-72, Maxey again behind his back, spins, turns, puts up a J, nearly made it, and it was just off the back iron. 8 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Maxey intercepts the ball. The speed of lightning going down the lane. Hands it off to Edgecombe. And the finger roll finish is good. And Rick Carlisle calls for time. 8:05 left to go. Tyrese Maxey owning the third quarter so far tonight. Let's go. I will take that. Good start by Philadelphia. Tyrese Maxey, a couple of steals and a couple of just ridiculous plays. He almost also just hit one shot where he went behind his back again on another dribble move and spinned around, turned around, and faded away, but nearly hit it. Just got a little bit off the back iron. Embiid with 20, Maxey with 21, and Edgecombe with 18. And those are your leaders tonight in no particular order for the Philadelphia 76ers. Hi, everybody. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for Sixers basketball, Phillies baseball, and Eagles football as well. We got a lot of cool baseball content coming up. We're back at it for spring training tomorrow afternoon. Sixers game was not televised. The Phillies game was not televised last night or today. We were also sick on Sunday night and on Monday as well. So, but the Philadelphia Phillies will be back on TV tomorrow. Therefore, we'll be able to cover them on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we hope that you'll stick around for that. Shantae is also here in the chat. I did not say hi to Shantae, and that is my bad. Shantae, I apologize to you. I do. I hope that you're doing well. She said, Shantae says, I hope you're feeling better. And I really appreciate that. I was really not feeling good. As we were on stream on that second part of a doubleheader, I just couldn't show myself. I was at the point where I really thought it was allergies, but it was definitely a cold. And by the end of the first quarter, I was just like, okay, like I can't show my face. I just can't. If I'm gonna be blowing my nose every 2 minutes, like who the heck wants to see that? Nobody. So had to take care of ourselves. Had to get the rest, and had to definitely do that. So we're back in action, and I'm happy that we were able to recover very quickly. I'm very, very lucky. I am very, very fortunate. Sixers lead it by 11 points. They did not get off to a good start in the first quarter, but in the second quarter, they shot the lights out. Seema Fox, thanks so much for the thumbs up. I appreciate that very, very much. 15 more subscribers so we get to the 8,300 marker. I feel like every time you come on in, I'm not even doing the play-by-play, but now we are. 7:55 left to go in this third quarter. Sixers again lead it by 11 points. Maxey with 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists, and he tries to block a shot. Doesn't work out, though, and a foul called on Tyrese Maxey. It was Ben Shepherd again getting attacked on, and he'll march his way back over towards the charity stripe. That's just the first foul that Tyrese Maxey has made in this game. It's been very good. Embiid has committed 2 personals. Maxey just with 1. Oubre with 2. Barlow with 1. And Edgecombe has not committed any personal fouls. Free throw number 1 by Shepherd. Got it to go right down the drain. And that'll make it a 10-point game. Somebody said, I think it was Mark, he said that the Sixers should be up by 22. It feels like that they should be up by really 30 points because of the way that they've taken over this game has been very impressive. Just got to keep your foot on the gas pedal. It's back to a single-digit lead. Indiana able to hit both free throws. Joel looking for a dribble handoff to Kelly Oubre Jr., and he gets one at the Cambridge Fieldhouse sign is Kelly. A lob pass inside to Joel Embiid, and the tough finish won't go. Barlow, though, gets it, and the Sixers have a second chance. They find VJ for 3. Yes! Edgecombe with a flamethrower, able to knock it on down from three-point land. Nembhard lost the ball. Control, though, goes back to Jay Huff. And another tray way off the mark by the Pacers. It's been very impressive because the Pacers were 7 for 11 from 3 in the first quarter. And ever since then, they have shot 2 for their last 17 from downtown. Tyrese Maxey to Embiid, a catch and shoot 3. In and out it goes. Embiid wanted that, and Maxey certainly wanted that dime too. Nembhard trying to pass it away, gives it back to Jones at the top of the key. That's Cam Jones. Nembhard again, zigzags it around the timeline, and a potential hockey assist as Jones hits a 3. No. Offensive rebound, though, by Kobe Brown, and he resets it back to Andrew Nembhard, and his wide-open tray is nothing but nets. So that'll make it back to a 9-point game. Tyrese Maxey looking to fight through a lot of physicality down low, and a foul was called. They will say offensive foul on Tyrese Maxey. Quentin Jackson, according to the referee, had his feet planted, and Nick Nurse is going to indeed put the green light on for Philadelphia. Let's see where his feet set. That is close. Is he in the restricted area? I don't think so. Well, this is a big call here. It's either going to be a turnover for Philadelphia or the Sixers will get the ball back. Maxey did not make the shot, but still, it's a big call here. This definitely gives one team an edge with whatever happens. Sixers have out-assisted the Pacers 22-19. In case you're also wondering, Joel Embiid in his career against Indiana is averaging 31 points per game, along with 11 rebounds and 3.9 assists in a total of 22 games against the Pacers. Just wanted to also throw that stat out there as well. In his last game against Indiana, he did have 30 points and 9 rebounds. He's put up at least 30 points in 10 of his last 11 games against the Pacers, including a 45-burger that he had back in 2022. He also had a 41-point performance about 4 days later. So he scored 86 points in the span of 5 days against Indiana. That's just, again, how special he was in 2022. The lineup for the Pacers, they got Huff, Shepard, Jones, Brown, and Jackson. That is Quentin Jackson, not Isaiah Jackson, who is no longer on the team, by the way. Isaiah Jackson got traded at the deadline, in case you did not know. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. There we go. Let us know where you guys are tuning on in from down below. How's everybody doing tonight? Let us know. Chat, happy to see you on here. All right, so the call is overturned. The Philadelphia 76ers are going to win their challenge. It will not be a foul on Tyrese Maxey. So that is another successful coach's challenge for Nick Nurse. And so the Sixers will have Maxey inbounded from the near sideline right by the Pacers bench. And it goes to Joel Embiid. A dribble handoff to Edgecombe, and he gets a little space, puts up a tray, and he airballed the shots. And they'll go out of bounds. It was a good look, too, and Edgecombe says, my bad. Looks at Joel and says, I got you next time. We're halfway done this third period. Sixers still have 3 timeouts left, and so do the Pacers. It's 86-77. Philadelphia has the upper hand right now. Huff with a tray. Edgecombe corrals the miss. Outlet pass to Tyrese Maxey. The defense has to catch up to him, and they do. Maxey directs the traffic, and he controls the tempo. Looks to get past Jay Huff, and that's just too easy. Jay Huff couldn't even do anything, and Tyrese Maxey spun on over towards his right and then got a lot of daylight out of it and kissed it right off the window for an easy layup. 88-77, let's go. Another floater inside by Andrew Nembhard, and he now is leading the way for the Pacers after Micah Potter at 17 points in just the first half. Well, it's Andrew Nembhard who now has 21 points for the Pacers. 5 minutes left in exchange in this third quarter. Maxey off balance, his 2-point shot, and it just hit off the back of the rim. It rattled out, and it just was not able to go down the drain. Nembhard again off balance, able to hit another 2. Maybe now's the time you want to step up on him. It was a mid-range jump shot from about the foul line, extended, and that makes it back to a 7-point game. Embiid with a dribble handoff that goes to Kelly Oubre. He takes it right down the lane. Left-handed layup, no. And an offensive rebound by Embiid. Gets past Jay Huff and takes it to the cup himself. 90-81. Hans in this game doing a good job for Philadelphia. Here we go, 4:15 left to go in the third quarter. Another step-back 3-point shot that is way off the mark. Maxey tried to save it, and it goes off of the left hand of, that is Kobe Brown. Okay, I don't know why this is showing up. I apologize about that. I have to re-update this. There we go. Jay Huff in this game only has 2 points. Can you believe that? This is a guy who has a lot of success against the Philadelphia 76ers. Got to get those likes up. Let's go. 90-81. Sixers again have a 9-point lead. Maxey nearly got tripped up. Wants to cross over against Micah Potter. This should be a good matchup for him. Maxey slicing, dicing. He wants to dance. He steps back, takes another long 3. And that was just a bit off the mark towards the right side. He wanted that. He was feeling himself. He thought that he could knock it down, just was not able to do so. Potter gets absolutely twisted and turned by Maxey as Potter caught the ball in stride. And that's a guy who's about 6 inches taller than Tyrese. And so Maxey's like, you know what, I'm going to make him earn the 2 points the hard way. And we'll see if Micah Potter is able to do just that. Sixers only have 4 offensive boards in this game. They have 31 total rebounds. So the foul was not in the act of shooting. It was just a foul on the floor. Surprised about that. Walker gets the inbound pass, puts up a wide open 3. That's no good. Oubre, rebound. And here comes Quentin Grimes. A home run pass to him, and the ballet moves are good. The layup is good as well by Quentin Grimes. Bona intercepts a bad pass from Quentin Jackson, and now it's Tyrese Maxey controlling the tempo on the floor. He speeds up, he gets fouled, and he hits the layup too. Kelly Oubre with the binoculars, able to find Tyrese Maxey. And Maxey slowed it down for a sec, and then just sped things up and got past everybody and got fouled from behind. 94-81, the and one by Maxey.
Excellent.
The Sixers have outscored the Pacers 22-16 in quarter number 3. Grimes blocks the shot of Walker. Maxey again. Floater. Teardrop. Yes! Welcome to the Tyrese Maxey Show here in quarter number 3. And Rick Carlisle says I've had enough of this. Let's go, chat. Timeout taken by Carlisle. That's what I'm talking about. A 16-point lead for the Philadelphia 76ers. And there's 2 minutes and 54 seconds to go in this third quarter. Chat, where are you at? No one's fired up about this? Tyrese Maxey has 28, 9, and 7. That last floater was awesome. Sixers look good with Joel on the court. I'll be completely honest with you. That 21-2 run that they had without Joel Embiid was also good as well. But yes, when Joel is out there, it does make the game easier for other folks to step up. And I do agree with that statement. But even when Joel Embiid was missing for those 4 minutes to start off the second quarter, the 76ers, they did a great job. I can't deny that. Pacers were shooting ridiculously from the three-point line in the first quarter, and the Sixers were able to only allow 27 points in that second quarter. Here we go, 97-81. The inbound pass and the swing of the hot potato around. Now it's 97-83. Okay, 2.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Oubre takes it towards the left side of the elbow, spins, turns, tries to hit the layup. No! Bona, offensive rebound, able to bank it in with the left hand. That was a tough finish, too, because he had a hand in his face. I don't even know how he hit that. I thought he got it a little bit too strongly, but nope. It was just good enough. 99-83. Walker, drive, layup, no good. Oubre, rebound, a handoff to Maxey. Sixers speeding it up again. Maxey and the Sixers on an 11-2 run. Maxey to Oubre, a firework from 3. Got it! 102-83. What a pour on by Philadelphia as they've outscored the Pacers 72-45 over these last 2 quarters. Maxey got himself another rebound. He has 8 boards. He has 7 dimes. And he gives it back to Quentin Grimes for another 3-point shot. And that one won't go either. 1:20 left to go in the third quarter. Here come the Pacers. Potter towards the left side. Gives it back to Walker. And another catch-and-shoot trifecta is way off the mark. I mean, this Pacers team, again, they made 7 threes in the first quarter. Ever since then, they are 3 for their last 23 from downtown. It's been a completely different story. Another 3 by Maxey. Way too strong again. 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. Another drive by Jackson, and he hits the layup. and is able to get it over Kelly Oubre. Maxey nearly got a block, but just mistimed it right from behind. 102-85, 45 seconds to go in this third quarter. Quentin Grimes has the rock. It's Grimes, Maxey, Oubre, Walker, and Bona for the 76ers. Embiid is on the bench. Tyrese Maxey takes a jab step, spins, turns, puts up another elbow J. Got it again. Tyrese Maxey is unstoppable from the mid-range tonight. Now he has 28 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. He needs 1 more board and 2 more dimes to get himself a triple-double. 18 seconds to go, a 19-point lead for the Sixers. Jackson spinning, Jackson turning, and the ball gets knocked off of his left knee. Great defense by Bona, and it'll be Sixers bullion again. Okay, that is great. The Philadelphia 76ers just pouring it on. Maxey with 11 seconds to go. The shot clock's unplugged. They give it down low, and we have a foul called right before the pass was made by Tyrese Maxey. It's so good to see everybody in the chat. Daniel is here, no cable, but got you while looking at my parlay about to hit. Let's go! Daniel, thanks so much for tuning on in. We do like an old school radio play-by-play. Maxey again driving it down low, and he's fouled with 5.2 seconds to go. That'll put the Sixers in the bonus, and Maxey will go to the line to try to get himself 31 and 32 points. Yeah, can't stop ringing that bell. Sorry. It's good to see everybody in the chat. Here's Colton. Here's Colton. What's up, Colton? Here's Maxey at the line. First free throw by Tyrese Maxey. This trip around will go down the drain. Give number 0 31 points. He has knocked down all 9 of his free throws in this game so far. 105-85. And here comes free throw number 10 for Tyrese Maxey. Here's the foul shot. He's been perfect. 10 attempts, and he's made all 10 free throws. 106-85.
Excellent.
Walker's going to get the inbound pass. He gets it from the logo, puts up a bank shot at the buzzer, and it just twirls out at the last second. Nearly had it. And we're going to go into quarter number 4. The 76ers outscoring the Pacers 76-47 in the last 2 quarters. And they put up 31 points in the third quarter. The last time that they won a third quarter, it feels like it was last year. I mean, literally. That's just crazy when you think about it. But they lead it by 21, and they go into quarter number 4. All right, chat, what's going on? 62 in the chat. Hit that thumbs up, baby. Let's go. Get me fired up, baby. Come on. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Really happy to see you guys on here. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. We go live for Sixers basketball. We do Phillies baseball. We do Eagles football. We're dedicated to the grind. We do like an old school radio play-by-play style, but we also love it. We love hearing people in the chat. And we love it when you guys are talking. We love it when you guys are having conversations amongst yourselves. I know that the Sixers team has not been playing the best basketball lately, but I mean, like, when the going is going, they're fun, and we just love it when you guys engage in the chat. 15 more subs, by the way, till we get to the 8,300 marker. If you guys do want to reach out to me via email, the email that I am going to post is right over here. Mods, you can also copy and paste this. It is in the description. We also, I believe, have a bot timer that should post it, but I guess that's just not working. I don't know why. I'll have to check that out sometime. But here is the email. It is jasonjosephonair@gmail.com. If you guys also want to send me fan mail to the P.O. Box, I got you with that as well. It is Play-by-Play with JJ, P.O. Box 6. And the city is Gibbsboro, New Jersey, 08026. And if you're not going to remember that, I'm still going to write it down anyways. So it's right over here, Gibbsboro, New Jersey, 08026. That is our P.O. Box address. After this, we do have a post-game show. We'll make sure that we discuss more about this game with you guys. And hopefully it is a win. That's what we're hoping for. There we go. Edgecombe leads the way with this scoring unit that is out there for the 76ers with 21 points. Tyrese Maxey, though, has the game high. Joel Embiid also having himself quite a day, too. Edgecombe gets the fourth quarter started with a bang as he hits an elbow jump shot from the left elbow, and that'll give the Sixers a 23-point lead. The Pacers only have 2 timeouts left, and the Sixers just have 3. And we just started the fourth quarter right now. McConnell looking for some help. Hands it off to Walker. Walker back to McConnell. And it's Potter at the left elbow looking to drive it over Adembona. That won't work. And getting the ball back will be Walker again. And he finds Potter in the dunker spot. And there's a foul on Jabari Walker for the 76ers. Yes, got it. Forgot on air. 2 Josephs in here as well. There's really 3. There's really 3 because I'm a Joseph too, right? There's Joseph Perone. Yes. Don't forget about me. Oh, man. 108 to 85. Potter is at the charity stripe. Takes about 3 dribbles. A little bit more about Micah Potter in just a couple of seconds. And his first one is a swisher. And that'll make it 108 to 86. I mentioned before that Micah Potter had a career-high 17 points in that first half. This guy is only averaging 8 points per game this year, 4.5 rebounds, and he's 27 years old. He'll be 28 in April. Foul shot number 2, which rolls around the world, and it goes out. And it'll be Sixers ball. Cam Payne is the one who catches his miss. Sixers on the glass tonight, 37 to 31, out rebounding the Pacers. Edgecombe looking for Quentin Grimes down low on the block. Cam Payne for a 3, but they're not going to count it. They say he stepped out of bounds. Over on that left corner, he took a corner 3, and his left foot was just on the white line. That's not good. Darn it. Come on, Cam. Cam was just picked up by the 76ers. Played with them once upon a time a couple of years ago, but then got picked up overseas. Here's another 2-point shot. That one is up and out. Edgecombe, another rebound for VJ. He's been so good off the glass in this game. And the Sixers, can they hit another shot here? No, they cannot. It's Edgecombe, Bona, Payne, Grimes, and Walker. And Edgecombe almost stole that basketball. Man, if only he was just able to keep both feet in bounds, that would have been so impressive. Joel, Tyrese, and VJ have combined to put up a total of 75 of the 108 points for the 76ers. And all 3 of them have made at least 9 field goals in this game. They are 28 for 49 from the field. And also 5 for 17 from 3. 5 for 16, really, which really isn't so good. But regardless, they've done a great job. Maxey does have 9 rebounds. Edgecombe has 7. That's crazy to think about, too. 108 to 86. 10:28 left remaining in this game. It's T.J. McConnell out there for the Indiana Pacers, along with Ben Shepherd, Micah Potter, and then Quentin Jackson, and also that's Kobe Brown as well. 108 to 86, and the Sixers play great defense, and that's a shot clock violation for the Indiana Pacers. Oh, man. Tell you what, VJ Edgecombe's ability to hit those fadeaway jump shots, that's been such a joy to watch in tonight's game. Payne is going to get the inbound from VJ, and Cam is going to say, here you go, young fella. As VJ will get it back. Grimes looking to pass it, and it's deflected off of a Pacer, and it goes back to Adembona. Now it's Grimes again at the top of the key. A pick and roll to Adembona. Good find by Grimes. And the layup is good. The left-handed under scoop by Adembona gives the 76ers a lead that'll extend it to 24 points. McConnell with a baseline fadeaway jump shot. He's been hitting a lot of those throughout his career. That's his signature shot. Grimes looking to go down the lane, trying to posterize a pacer. It doesn't work that time. And again, it's Walker, or Jackson that is, trying to hit a fadeaway two, and it's up and good. Was that a... Well, oh my gosh. Campaign fouled him, tried to sacrifice his body, but I believe that that was an offhanded floater that he knocked down, nothing but net. 110-90 with 9:28 to go. Is Joel still in the game? No, it would say it on the court. It says on the court, 76ers. Now Joel is actually going to come on into the game. Right before that, though, he was not. And now he's coming back in with 9:28 left to go in the fourth quarter. And so is Trendon Watford. So the Sixers do make a couple of substitutions. Also wonder if VJ Edgecombe is going to take a seat here. HV5, thanks so much for being on here. Again, folks, subscribing is free. We are now 15 subs away from getting to that 8,300 marker. And here's the second free throw, and that makes it back to a 19-point game. 9:25 left to be played in the fourth quarter. Embiid goes to work down low. Left-handed layup past Jay Huff. Too easy. A little scoop and score, if you will, off the shovel shot by Joel Embiid. Another foul on the floor. That gives Joel Embiid 24 points in 24 minutes. Just ridiculous. And he is 10 for 16 shooting-wise in this game. Other scores around the NBA, the Pelicans lead it by 10 against the Golden State Warriors, 44-34, as a timeout is taken with 9:13 left to go by the Indiana Pacers. So other scores around the NBA, we'll get to that right now. The Dallas Mavericks, they're up 82-71 against the Brooklyn Nets with 8:28 to go in the third quarter. The Toronto Raptors, they're down by 15 points to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And there's 5.5 minutes remaining in that third quarter. So 81-66 is your score out in Toronto. The Pelicans, they lead it by 10, as we just mentioned, in the second quarter. Still 2 minutes left. The Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young going up against his former team. So the Washington Wizards are down 77-49 with 6:15 to go. Jalen Johnson's going off in that game, you would think. But good stuff by the Atlanta Hawks in that game so far. Who's actually leading the way for the Hawks? Nickeil Alexander-Walker has 16. Jalen Johnson only has 5 points in 6 minutes. Did he leave the game? He must have left the game. He must have left the game. Must have had an injury. 112-91 is the score between the Sixers and the Pacers. What else do we got? So we got the Knicks taking on the Cavs. 63-55 is the score out at the Rocket Mortgage Arena in Cleveland, Ohio. The Bears. The Bulls. Wrong team, JJ. The Bulls are down by 1 to the Charlotte Hornets as they're ready to go into halftime. Speaking of halftime, that is where the Milwaukee Bucks and the Miami Heat are right now. 63-58 is the score. Technically speaking, the Sixers, if they want to stay at that 6th seed, they would technically need Milwaukee to beat Miami. So in case you are starting to look at the standings right now, the Heat are half a game behind Philadelphia for that 6th seed. Minnesota plays Portland tonight. That game will be at 10 o'clock p.m. The Lakers are also going to host the Orlando Magic. It's a rematch of the 2009 NBA Finals. What a finals that was. Got to see Dwight Howard and Kobe go at it. At 9 o'clock, you also got the Celtics playing out in Phoenix. So that'll be at 9 o'clock, too. But those are all your scores around the National Basketball Association. Again, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Let us know where you guys are tapping on in from. Appreciate each and every one of you for being on here. 112-91. The 76ers, ever since the first quarter, have just shot the lights out against the Indiana Pacers, and they only have one timeout left, Indiana. 9:10 to go with or in the fourth quarter. It's TJ McConnell who gets the inbound pass, drives around the baseline, facilitates it back over to a three-point shot by Kobe Brown. In and out it goes. Payne rebound. And a pass to Joel Embiid. Embiid will get it back on the low block again and foul baits Jay Huff. And they will go back to the line. Take about 5 steps over towards the charity stripe. UVA is now 25-3 in their conference. Wow. And they're 13-2 in the ACC. Ranked number 11th in the country. It's pretty wild. Duke won. Duke did win today. Wow. What's up, Ray? How you doing? It mentioned 48 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. We got a post-game show after this, folks. Embiid will pass it to Campaign. The inbound is good. Payne at the Gamebridge Fieldhouse sign. Lofts it over to Embiid. A cutting edgecombe to the basket. Left-handed layup. Won't go. And a good try, or a good defensive stop there by the Pacers. That was a good contest. Was looking for the right word. Couldn't find it. And the layup by Cam Jones, that is up and good. He's the one who played a really good defense off of VJ Edgecombe's layup. He stayed right on him. Did everything that you possibly want a defender to do. Edgecombe facilitates it over to Watford. Watford inside, lofts it. A little lollipop pass to Joel Embiid. The foul was good, and so is the shot. And Embiid goes back again to the line for one more. Let's go. It's one of those games where you just, hopefully you can just kick your feet up over these last 9 minutes. 26 for the big fella. 5 rebounds and 5 assists as well. Again, this guy has not even practiced in 2 weeks. The and one by number 21.
Excellent.
The 22-point lead for the 76ers. Less than 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Nembhard getting his defender on skates. Bounces it inside over to Jackson. They swing it around the timeline. It's Shepard who fires the trigger, and that was way too long. Watford corrals it for Philadelphia. The Sixers in this game have scored 64 points in the paint, and they've given up 45 to Indiana in the paint. And we had a shot go up, but before the shot was even fired, the Pacers did foul. Who else is excited for the Elimination Chamber? What is that? Explain that to me. What's the Elimination Chamber? Would love to hear about that. Yes. How much snow did we get? We got like 20 inches. We got close to 20 inches. Embiid looks to inbound it again over to Grimes, and that's intercepted. That was not a good read. Grimes was not even close to being open. He was blitzed by all means. Nembhard gets it. The steal that was provided was by Cam Jones. Edgecombe steals it back, and a 2-on-1 as Grimes is able to hustle and tussle towards the lane, and he hits the layup and gives the Sixers a 24-point lead again. At this point, I don't even know if I want to see Tyrese Maxey back out there. I really don't. Nembhard on the perimeter gets a screen, fires another three-point shot. No can do on that one. All right, Embiid gets the rebound. Watford looking to try to take it towards the lane. Gets it up, gets it in, and Indiana burns its final timeouts. And that should pretty much, the Philadelphia 76ers just annihilating and burying this Pacers team. Good stuff. That's what I'm talking about. This is how you beat up on a bad team. This is exactly what you're supposed to do. Done a great job. All right. Again, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hello to everybody that is here in the chat. Got 42 people watching. 46 of you have hit the thumbs up button. You guys have no idea how much that means to me. I truly do appreciate that. If there's anything I can ask you guys to do, I don't really ask for much, but spread the word, right? I know that people know that we do a lot of Phillies stuff, but if you really do enjoy my Sixers stuff too, please tell your friends. Please tell your family members. There are people that are out there that don't get access to these games, and I really think that that's sad. I do. I think that it's really important for people that are out of the area to just be able to get some sort of like a radio cast somehow, some way. I think that that's really important. Jivanoots, thanks so much for the raid, my friend. I appreciate it. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so, so much. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so, so much. Jivanoots, you are the best. As I was saying, though, please make sure that you guys spread that word and tell people about our play-by-plays over in person, or to people, to your friends, to your family, and to other people who can't get the games. That's all I was trying to say. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted. I was looking at the chat. But that's what I was saying before. So. Oh, man. Difference in the second half. I mean, really, ever since the second quarter, the Sixers have been so physical. The Pacers are just not competing on the level that the Sixers are playing at. Andre Drummond is in the game for the 76ers. That was a dumb statement by me. Drummond does get the rebound off of the misfired three-point shot by Jarris Walker. But regardless, the Sixers have played so well in the second half. They have a lot of tempo. They also made a lot of shots. They got open space. And again, did you see a lot of ISO ball movement? Yes, but sometimes, again, that just comes down to individual talent. And I don't necessarily think that ISOing all the time, especially against bad teams, is bad. Unfortunately, though, when the isolation shots aren't working, you got to go to something else. And so far in this game, I mean, this is just really the Sixers just out-talenting, if you will, the Indiana Pacers, which I'm still very happy about. Trendon Watford just made a little runner down the lane, and then Micah Potter responded with another corner three. Watch out for him. He just torched it up in the first half, and he is 9 for 11 in this game, just putting on the best shooting performance of his NBA career. I'm not even exaggerating on that. He's been doing so well. 121-96, 5 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. The Sixers still have Edgecombe, Walker, Bona, Payne, and Grimes on the court. Watford will inbound it to Payne. I mean, at this point, they did just take Justin Edwards out. Okay, so now they have a couple of more substitutions coming on in, so that will work. That's great. 123-96 is now the score. So it's Trendon Watford. Terry also out there, too. That is Dalen Terry for the Philadelphia 76ers, averaging 3.5 points per game this year. Just got an assist not too long ago. And so the next shot is up and in, and that will be good to make it 123-99. Walker still out there. He has 6 points, 6 assists, and 10 rebounds for the Indiana Pacers as well. And Huff with just 2 points. He's been so quiet. This is probably his worst performance that he's had against the 76ers. You're welcome, JJ. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. 4:27 remaining in the fourth quarter. And we have another foul on Justin Edwards, that is. And so free throws coming on up again for the Indiana Pacers. Pacers are now going to, if the result still remains, this will be their fourth straight loss in a row. They would have lost 8 of their last 10 games. Remember, they beat the Nets and then they beat the Knicks. But they lost 3 straight coming on into tonight, including 2 to the Washington Wizards. And then they lost a heartbreaker to the Mavericks, 134-130. JJ, what's going on? Says Coach. What's going on, Coach? What's going on, Presley? What's going on, Coach? How you guys doing? Thanks so much for stopping on by. You guys are the best. I love you guys. 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Payne has the rock, looks to cross over. Drummond tries to set a pick for him, and Payne takes it right down Broadway, then scoops it up and gets it to go. Love that. A little layup there, the little circus layup by Cam Payne, able to get it off. Sixers up by 26 points. Walker thought about taking the 3. He hesitated for a second over Justin Edwards. Huff gets the dribble handoff at the top of the key, and they give it back over to Quentin Jackson. An alley-oop pass that goes over from Walker into no man's land, and it'll be saved by Jackson, and a 3-pointer at the buzzer is no good. That's the shot clock buzzer. It was airballed. They had to chuck it up, and the Sixers, for the second time tonight, get their second defensive stop, where it resulted in a shot clock violation for Indiana. Sixers shooting 60% from the field. Payne, Drummond, Watford, Terry, and Edwards out there for the Sixers. Bad pass by Cam Payne, and that goes right over to Jackson, and Jackson is fouled by Terry. So Cameron Payne looked to try to go with a touchdown pass, and it was tipped by Ben Shepherd, and Dalen Terry fouled him in the act of shooting. Thank you all so much for the compliments. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. You guys are the absolute best, and I do mean that. Foul shot number 1, up and good by the Pacers. In this game alone, the Pacers themselves, they've shot from the foul line in this game a total of 85%. They are 17 for 20 from the charity stripe. Meanwhile, the Sixers, they've made 19 of 23 of their free throws. Sixers did not shoot the 3-ball well as a team in this game. They got a little bit more hot in that second quarter, but they only shot 32%. Really, the main story was that Indiana made 7 of their 12 threes in the first quarter, and ever since they were 7 for 11, they were 5 for their last 30, which is just disgusting for them. 129-103. It's good for the Sixers, though. We'll take it. We'll take it any day of the week. 2:35 left to be played in the fourth quarter. Sixers got to play defense. Shepherd wants to ISO and then hand it off over to Jay Huff, and his wide open tray from the top of the key is a little bit short and it rims out. Drummond cleans the glass, gets himself another rebound, hands it off to Trendon Watford. Watford got a pick from Drummond. Drummond goes down the lane, swings it over to Edwards on the left corner at the three-point line, gives it back over to Terry. Terry's floater, no. Andre Drummond off the glass, tries to go up with a reverse layup inside, can't get it though. He had a good rebound, and it was just a bit short. Sixers give up another open three-point shot, and that'll make it a 23-point deficit. That's Quentin Jackson able to knock it down for the Indiana Pacers. Talked a little bit about Quentin Jackson tonight. 13 points in 26 minutes for him. 2 rebounds, 1 assist for the 27-year-old from Texas A&M. Another 3-point shot, and that goes out and also over the backboard as well for the Pacers, and it'll still be It'll be Pacers ball. That was the Sixers that attempted that shot. Excuse me. It was Dalen Terry. 1:35 left remaining in the fourth quarter. The next time that the Philadelphia 76ers will be on, it'll be Thursday. And another layup made to make it 129-108. The team that they will be playing on Thursday is the Miami Heat. The Sixers are back home. Edwards just hit a layup, and the Sixers' lead goes back up to 23 points. Oh, man. News, thanks so much for stopping on by, my friend. I really appreciate that. Shepard on the corner, takes it towards the baseline. The first shot, no. The second shot was up and good on the follow-through by Kobe Brown. And he just caught the defensive rebound off of the misfire tray by Justin Edwards. 1 minute left. The 76ers looking to get their 32nd win of the season. And they'll be back home against the Miami Heat on Thursday at the Xfinity Mobile Arena, taking on Tyler Hero and the Miami Heat. But first, more stalling comes as Quentin Jackson will head to the foul line. And first free throw by Quentin Jackson, foul line left, and it'll go down the drain with ease. Sixers are technically 6.5 games behind the Boston Celtics. They're also 3 games in back of the Toronto Raptors and 5.5 in back of the New York Knicks. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Watford looking to posterize his defender, and he does. He wins the battle against Ben Shepherd. Bad pass off the inbound pass by Shepherd to Terry, and Terry's fouled. Just trying to put the finishing touches on this game. And that pretty much sums up this game. Hustle by the 76ers and fight, and also just more talent than the short Indiana team without Pascal Siakam, without Tyrese Halliburton, without Aaron Nesmith as well. 43.5 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Both free throws by Terry are good as gold.
Excellent.
So the 23-year-old former Wildcat from Arizona able to make a little bit of a statement here in this fourth quarter. 135, 114, excuse me, by the way. 28 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Sixers are just going to dribble this one out. There's about 6 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. They put up 135 points at the Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Drummond just took a corner three, and that is just to the right side. And Jay Huff catches the rebound. It's the first game in a little bit of time where Andre Drummond missed a corner three. Sixers try to come away with a steal, but nonetheless, time will expire, and the Sixers are able to win their second game in a row on the road, and they'll be back home at the Xfinity Mobile Arena on Thursday. Final score, 135-114 in Indiana, and the Sixers get themselves the W. Play the damn song and ring the bell, baby. Let's go.
Excellent.
Let's go. Nice win. We'll take it. Tonight's one of those nights where I can't really play the song for too long. I just can't. But you know what? They took care of business. They got themselves the W. And that's what matters. I feel like I say that a lot after every game that they do get a win. Not really much for me to take stock into this game. Joe with the $10 super chats.
Okay, JJ, great call. I'm out to shoot a couple games of pool. We'll send you some pics and video to your email tonight or tomorrow.
Let's
Much
go.
love, Jason Joseph.
Thanks so much. Appreciate you. Joe with the $10 super chats. Have fun with pool. Appreciate you, man. I really do. Thank you so much. Go win. Go win at billiards, man. But yes. So big shout out to Joe with the $10 super chat. We'll send you some pics and video to your email tonight or tomorrow. That sounds great. Sounds awesome. Yes. Okay. So we will have a post-game show. Make sure that you guys stay on for that. We'll talk more about this game. But my main takeaway tonight is that Joel Embiid, it doesn't matter who the opponent is. He just, I know that the Pacers are the Pacers, and they were without 3 of their key guys. But this guy just still put up a good amount of points, and he's just so skilled offensively speaking at basketball. I'm happy about that. There's a lot more that I need to see, though. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be negative Nancy here. I'm not. But look, they've won 2 in a row. Good. But the job's still not done. They need to. I still need to see more. Tyrese Maxey played pretty well tonight. 32 points. It was good to see him see the ball go through the hoop. I thought that his facilitating was pretty good. I thought that he was also very active on the glass. But, again, this Pacers team is very small without Pascal Siakam, without Aaron Nesmith, too. They're missing a lot of forwards, so they're missing depth. And also, they just don't have as much size, especially now that, Turner has not been there for the whole season. But they're supposed to get more with Zubac. But yeah, I just think that the bottom line is that they won the game. They finally had a nice second quarter. It got off to a really slow start. The Pacers had a little bit of a run. Sixers looked very sleepy at the very beginning, and they just couldn't play good defense. While they were playing zone, it felt like that Indiana had a lot of open threes that they were able to make, including 2 from the corner. I forget who it was that made the 2 shots from the corner to start off the game. He was 2 for 2. Who was it? I think it was Cam Jones. Yeah, it was. It was Cam Jones. He hit the first 2 shots from 3 from that left corner, and ever since then he was 1 for his last 3. But I give the Sixers credit because I thought that another storyline tonight was that Indiana made half of their threes in the first quarter. They were 7 for 11. And all the way up until the end of the game, they were 6 for their last 33. The Sixers defense did a better job. I thought Indiana looked very sloppy, and I kind of felt bad a little bit for Rick Carlisle because at this point he just does not have he just doesn't have good talent out there. He just really doesn't, and I have to call it what it is. I don't think that Rick Carlisle signed up for this, but the team has really just not done a great job. They went to the finals last year, and the Pacers are just not a good team without Tyrese Halliburton. It's amazing how much one player does make a difference to a team. So that's all I got, man. That's really all I got. We're going to do a post-game show in about 5 minutes or so. I'll actually set the timer for 3 minutes. We'll do that right now. But I hope that you guys will stay on for that and give me more of your thoughts. Also summarize this game in one word. And yeah, I'll catch you all very soon. Don't change that dial. Don't go anywhere. See you in just a little bit.
graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I missed putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled, and out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Welcome on into the Philadelphia 76ers post-game show here on Play-by-Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. Before we get started and talk about this absolute beatdown that took place at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse, make sure that you guys hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell icons too for all your Sixers, Phillies, and Eagles content that we do on this channel. We do a lot of games on here, and we have quite a blast. And with that being said, let's talk about this game. Okay, so the Philadelphia 76ers have now won 2 games in a row. The last win was a feel-good win that they had against the Minnesota Timberwolves on the second night of a back-to-back. Tyrese Maxey looked like he was rejuvenated. It felt like that he had a lot of energy going up against Anthony Edwards, and he balled his butt off. In this game in particular, the way that things went, first and foremost, Joel Embiid did play tonight, and we will get to Joel Embiid's performance in just a couple of seconds. But as soon as the game started, right at tip-off, Joel Embiid made a nice layup, but then we were thinking to ourselves, well, here we go again. The 76ers are falling behind the A-ball. They're giving up wide-open corner threes to guys like K. Jones. I mean, just ridiculous. And he just was able to make like 2 left corner shots with nobody on him at all whatsoever. I didn't mean to say K. Jones. Oh, I'm forgetting his name right now. It was Cam Jones. I was thinking of Kai Jones when he was on the 76ers last year, or 2 years ago it was. But Cam Jones made 2 straight threes, and the Sixers gave up a lot of points in that first quarter. They gave up 38 points. They only put up 30. It felt like a lot of times when they just did not have momentum, they let the ball slip out of their hands, and the game got away from them. I was not impressed with the lineups that occurred in the first quarter. I was not very happy with how things looked from the jump. I thought that there was a lot of wide open looks that the Sixers gave up, and Indiana hit a lot of threes. The Sixers were also getting out-rebounded. And this is a Pacers team who, coming on into tonight, was ranked 4th to last in the NBA in offensive rating. That's not good. On top of that, they were missing their stars in Halliburton, Siakam, and Nesmith. So the Sixers were just cold. It felt like that they just could not find a rhythm. You saw a couple of nice buckets from Kelly Oubre towards the middle part of the first quarter. He had that one little nice layup, and I believe he also made a 3 not too far after that. But the Sixers played a lot of isolation basketball, and there was a lot of times where I would see one person would have the ball, and a lot of other times guys were just standing around. They were not switching. They were not getting in their sets. And that made it really tough for the 76ers, especially towards that 3-minute marker towards the end of the first quarter. Maxey dribbled the ball out of bounds. McConnell played good defense, or he lost the ball. McConnell got the pickup. That led to a nice little easy layup. And then Maxey turned it over again. McConnell picked his pocket again. And Nick Nurse just finally said, you know what, I'm going to call for a timeout here. And he did. Micah Potter was also going off in that first quarter, making wide open three after wide open three. If you want a career high, you play against the 76ers. I think that that's the rule of thumb. Because Micah, I said it maybe 5,000 times, had a career high in points in a half. He had 17 points in the first half, and he has never done that before. A guy that's only averaging 8 points per game puts up 17 points and doubles his points per game in just one half. In just one half. Ridiculous. So, quarter number 2 starts, and this is where things got very interesting. Because the 76ers were without Joel Embiid in that second quarter at the very beginning, and they went on a 19-0 run. And the leader of that run was VJ Edgecombe. VJ in that second quarter played with a lot of vengeance, and he also was just a dog out there. I saw a couple of times where this guy just made step-back, fadeaway, mid-range J's. And I'm just thinking to myself, it's his night. And in that second quarter, he was going to the line. He played good defense. And he was the difference maker to help them go on that 19-0 run that they had. After being down 38-31, this dude literally just was driving the bus. He also got TJ McConnell upset and Quentin Jackson upset on there was a technical foul called on Jackson, and Rick Carlisle was not happy about that. I honestly didn't even think it was a foul, to be honest with you, but it was, and it worked out. It did, and McConnell, I think, got called for a goaltending and a foul, which is crazy, but yeah. They did a good job in that second quarter, and they had a lot of spark. And VJ leading that charge was big. Adem Bona also had some nice minutes off the bench, too. And I thought that he didn't get into foul trouble. And that was good to see, because there have been times this year where we watch Adem Bona, and he just gets very foul savvy. Kind of reminds you a little bit of Paul Reed in that sense, because Reed would just foul a lot of guys. So, and then Indiana started to show their true colors. They went back to, they came back down to earth, and the Sixers just out-talented. I know that that's not a word, but they outmatched the Pacers. And they couldn't do anything about it, Indiana. So, Bona had like this 9-foot turnaround pirouette hook shot that he made. That was cool. And the Sixers were just in attack mode. So, I was happy with how they played in that second quarter. It seemed like that they had a lot of tenacity, and they woke up out of a coma, and they just stomped on them. They came to work in the second quarter. They showed up, and they did their job. They clocked in, and then they clocked out. I love it when that stuff happens. And then Joel Embiid comes back in with about 5 minutes and 11 seconds to go, and he just picks up right where he left off, hitting these 16-foot pull-up mid-range fadeaway jumpers in the face of Jay Huff. So, the first half ended very strong. But obviously, as we go into halftime, we say to ourselves, even when they do a good job in the second quarter, and lately that hasn't been the case, except in the Minnesota game. But they had 45 points in the second quarter. And usually when something like that happens, there's always a downfall in the third quarter. If there's anything that we've seen time and time again in the third quarter, it's that the Philadelphia 76ers fold in the third quarter, and they don't play good basketball at all. The third quarter comes, though, and tonight, Tyrese Maxey was the one that said, in the third quarter. Edgecombe also started off the third quarter, if I remember correctly, hitting a shot too. Oh, that was the fourth quarter. My bad. But he did attack Edgecombe and got fouled by T.J. McConnell. That's right. That's what happened. But Maxey was a force to be reckoned with in that third quarter as well. The Sixers did a very good job speeding up the tempo, and they just outpaced the Indiana Pacers. They beat them at their own game. The Pacers last year, what they did so well at last year was they were very good with their speed. So, that's what the 76ers did tonight. The tempo was great. The shot making was really good. And overall, the rebounding was nice. And they took care of the basketball. So what if it's against Indiana? I understand. But they did their job. And I know that they would be getting ridiculed if they didn't do it. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. But you needed this win. You needed this for the standings. You play against the Miami Heat on Thursday. It's going to be a big matchup. The Heat right now are losing, the last time that I checked. That obviously could have changed. But you got to win these games. You need to stay afloat. And I don't think that they will until Paul George comes back. Joel Embiid tonight. Let's get to the big fella. Let's talk about him. Heading on into this game, I was really scared. I was scared that he was not going to play again. And if he didn't play, I was ready to sound the alarms. I was very nervous about that. It took them a while for him or for them to report if he was going to play or not. I thought it was going to be a no, but it ended up being a yes. And this guy put up 27 points in 26 minutes. 11 for 17 he was shooting from the field. This is just practice for Joel Embiid. Against a team like the Indiana Pacers, this was just practice. Just was. I obviously want to see him go up against better talent. But you take it with the games that come. He did what you needed him to do. So. Anyhow, very happy with how he looked shooting-wise. Thought that the jumpers were really good. The turnovers were a little bit of a problem tonight with Joel. But again, that stuff's just going to happen. Because you're naturally going to try to get yourself back into a rhythm and build up that chemistry yet again with your teammates. So, of course, you're going to turn the ball over, especially when you're getting the ball 82% of the time. When your usage rate is high, that stuff's just going to happen. But he did get to his spots. Got to that foul line a little bit. That seems to be a sweet spot when he shoots those foul line fadeaway jumpers. And he did fine. He did. Wasn't as aggressive tonight. You didn't need him to be, though. You didn't need him to go to the line and foul bait defenders. Did it maybe a couple of times, but yeah. Maxey was very aggressive, made all 10 of his foul shots, wasn't afraid to drive it to the cup, and turned the ball over 2 times. Good performance by Tyrese. The bench today. The bench did some stuff. Grimes had 15 points in 27 minutes. Okay. Problem was that he made their only 3 off the bench. They're just not a good 3-point shooting team. They really aren't. They don't really have good 3-point shooting. They're so inconsistent. Campaign was disappointing again tonight. 2 points in 16 minutes. Bona did okay. 2 steals, a block, 6 points. Give you a little bit of energy. But, yeah. Barlow didn't do so well. But yet, I've never seen a stat line like this. Help me out with this. Dominic Barlow played in 20 minutes, didn't have a single point in this game, and yet he was a plus 22. It's crazy. The plus minus stats are just so weird. They're odd, man. But yeah, I'm not like waving. I'm not. I don't like to say waving the pom poms anymore. I'm not ready to throw a parade after this win. But good. Nice. Took care of business. It didn't come down to the wire. The guys stepped up. The guys that needed to step up, stepped up. And then you got to see some rest in the fourth quarter. The Pacers had 18 turnovers in this game. Sixers turned the ball over 13 times. Would like to see the 3-point percentage go up, but they got to the paint a lot, and nobody could stop the big fella. And Maxey turned it on when he needed to. As these games move forward, I have a lot of questions, but here's one that I want you guys to answer. And I really want to get your thoughts about this. Can the 76ers, can the Philadelphia 76ers get past the play-in tournament? Or not even play in the play-in tournament, I meant to say. If Tyrese Maxey is leading the team is in scoring. Let me rephrase that, or let me repeat that. Can the Philadelphia 76ers not even play in the play-in tournament if Tyrese Maxey is the leading scorer? I think the answer to that question is yes. But what do you guys think? Do you think that Joel has to lead the way? Let me know. The other question that sort of popped into my mind tonight when watching this team, I couldn't help but just think about this. Do the 76ers, when healthy, have the best starting 5 in the Eastern Conference? Because part of me thinks that the reason why that they are struggling is because they don't have enough depth. But I think that their starting 5 I think that their starting five is the best in the East. I do. I think that on paper that the Philadelphia 76ers have the best starting five in the Eastern Conference. Better than the Knicks, better than the Cavs, better than Toronto, better than even the Pistons. And the Pistons have a very good starting five. I just don't think that the 76ers have as complete of a team. But I think that their starting five is the best. Weird. Challenge me if you disagree. Let me know how you feel about that. I don't trust the head coach. And again, I don't trust the bench. But Maxey, Edgecombe, George, and Embiid, I think that those four players make the Sixers have the best starting five. I feel that way. 610-314-0844 is how you dial on into the post-game show. If you guys want to call on in and let me know your thoughts about this game, I will propose that question again. Do the 76ers have the best starting five in the Eastern Conference? I think that they do. I just don't think that they have the best team. But I think that they have the best starting five. But let me know what you guys think down below. We can talk a little bit more about this game. But yes, my overall thoughts on this game in particular, I need to see more. But they definitely got themselves a much-needed win. Now you got to come back home. The schedule's going to get a little bit tougher. You play the Heat, you play the Celtics, and you play the Spurs. Right? They do play the Celtics, right? Am I not bugging about that? I think that I said that before. I think that the Celtics are coming up on the schedule too. Regardless, it's not going to be easy. Yes, they do play the Celtics. They play the Celtics on Sunday, March 1st. So, how will they do on during those three games? The Heat, the Spurs, and the Celtics. It's a big three-game stretch. Maybe we'll revisit that best starting five conversation then. We can talk more about it. Thoughts in the chat. Scott's here. What's up, Scott? How you doing? Dembro. Doing pretty good, man. How are you? I'm really happy to see you guys on here. I really am. Thank you again all so much for tuning on in to the Sixers content that we provided. You guys are the best. If you guys want to talk about this game, you most certainly can. But those are all my thoughts. That's really where I stand with this Philadelphia 76ers team. They still have a lot to prove. There's no doubt about it. They definitely need to be doing more. But these two wins, okay, I'll take them. I will take the wins as they come. Now you just got to beat your opponents in front of you, and this is a test. This is a test coming on up against Boston, San Antonio, and Miami. And they got to win. Want to see them win these three games. They make it past the play-in tournament. If they don't give the ball away, if they start off hot, and if they don't blow leads, says Shante. The last part of what you said, I think, is the biggest if. If they do not blow third quarter leads, they have a chance. But if they do, if we see them getting outscored 37-25 in the third quarter, I'm sorry, they're not winning a playoff series. It's just the hard truth. Tonight was the first night in what felt like forever that they didn't blow a lead in the third quarter. And to be completely honest with you, as I didn't sit back and watch the game on Sunday night in the moment, I actually didn't watch the game, period. I don't know exactly how they did in the third quarter, but I know that they shot the ball very well. That's not who this team is. Do I think that they'll get better shots off when Paul George comes back? I do. I think Paul George is an underrated passer. I also think that his defense makes a big difference. And again, he's not the best player out there, but there is a difference when Paul George does play. It's just the truth. It's a fact. The court opens up more for this team. But my point being is that if you're going to blow third quarter leads, like how you've been doing that this year, you don't stand a chance. I don't care who you're playing. I don't even care who's out there. You just cannot do that. You can't blow leads, especially in the third quarter. But we'll take it as it comes. And we'll be here watching these games, still breaking everything down. Hey, felt like I didn't have to yell out as many wide open threes tonight as I have done in the past. So that's good. A lot of times when the Pacers were taking shots, they were getting the shot clock, the Sixers, under to about 10 seconds. There's that too. Nice. One other thing I wanted to say too, and I saw this on Twitter. Now I'm trying to find it, of course. Where was it? Couldn't even see it. Couldn't even see it. I'm sure it'll pop back up. My man Josh Reynolds from 97.3, man. He said something about 20 minutes ago that I just think really says a lot about Joel Embiid. We need to talk about Joel Embiid more. He's a walking 30 piece. He hasn't played in 3 weeks, rolls out his first game, and drops 27, 6, and 5. Unreal. Nobody else does this and does it consistently. Dude battles injuries more than anyone and remains elite. A freak. And you know what he's right about? And I said this tonight. This dude hasn't played in a little bit of time and just is so gifted at scoring that basketball. There's not many guys that are his height and that are his size that can do what he does offensively. And this is a guy right here on the headset that said that Joel Embiid was not going to return on the court again coming on into the season. I really fully believed that. I did. This guy is giving it everything that he's got. Like to see it when it matters the most, I agree. But he's done so much for this organization, and yet the organization itself has just never repaid him. And what they didn't do at the deadline still aggravates me to this day. Because he looked straight into that camera and said, don't duck that luxury tax. And you know what? They failed him. But he loves playing with Tyrese. And you can just tell that Tyrese, VJ, and Joel, they all love playing together. But Josh is right. The defense is not good. But there's no doubt about it that this guy is just a bucket. Even when he just rolls out. Playing against a team like the Pacers. I said that this was just practice for him. Wasn't even making a sweat. That's how gifted he is. And us Philly fans are tough. We have that blue-collar mentality. We give players tough love. But you can't deny it when you see it, that this guy is just a gifted scorer. He just is. But obviously, we want him to do it in the big games, and we want to see him healthy. But please, just name me somebody that has missed half of the games that he's missed during his career, just half the games of their career that can just score the way that this guy does. There's nobody. No one. I don't understand what it is in the third quarter that makes them shrink. I don't know if it's just the locker room conversations or just the lack of adjustments or just the, clearly the head coach doesn't have them rally together. It's like unexplainable. Inexplainable. It just doesn't make sense. I've never seen anything quite like it, if I'm being honest with you. But they have to figure it out. They have to figure it out. Maybe tonight they turned a corner. I think that that's me being a little bit optimistic, but can't rule out anything, I guess. So, all right. That's going to wrap it up for me. I love you guys. I will catch you all tomorrow afternoon. We got afternoon baseball tomorrow. That'll be cool. Probably should get that all set up. And we got spring training, man. It's back to the spring training stuff. Again, if you are new to the channel, please, thank you. Please, first of all, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, spread the word. Tell other people that you know, if they are Sixers fans, that we do Sixers games as well. I really want to try to grow the Sixers community and continue to do that. I have nothing but mad love and respect for you guys. You guys are the absolute best. And with that, look, if I don't see you on tomorrow afternoon, I'll see you back on Thursday afternoon or Thursday night for the Philadelphia 76ers game. All right? Love you all. Lila Tov. Good night. And I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.